Afternoon. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.
The new Netflix Gas lets users instantly inhale multiple seasons of TV shows. An area man is worried the nation's healthcare debate might be getting political, and a bullied 8th grader incorrectly thought classmates would leave him alone during a field trip to the 9/11 memorial. Don't mistake my kind, gentle tone for one of love or support. This is the Onion Week in Review. According to a report released this Tuesday, no one, absolutely no one, will ever stack up to your 8th grade boyfriend, Brian Bowden, who you dated for 6 weeks in middle school. A 43-page study from Stanford University confirmed that no other guy in your life will ever be as kind or caring as the 13-year-old who held your hand during the scary parts of Jurassic Park, who had that really cool chain wallet, and who bought you 2 pink carnations on Valentine's Day. The report added that while your current boyfriend does have a lot going for him, he will certainly never cut class with you to listen to the Dead Kennedys' Frankenchrist on a Sony Discman. Brian used to do that with you. He used to do it all the time.
This is the Onion News Network.
Computers are online. I'm gonna start loading software.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the Cool Set Freedom.
Broadcasting live from Birdcoin Studios on LRN FM.
You're listening to Will.
You will listen to every damn word I have to say. And Aria.
Be afraid. Be very afraid.
Stay tuned for political talk and everything crypto. That's right.
Broadcasting internationally on our BitPlus network satellite.
This is
The Cool Set Freedom.
All right, let's boot it up.
That's right. Welcome here to the Call to Freedom. This is your host, as always, Will Coley, broadcasting live from our VertCoin studio here in beautiful Keene, New Hampshire, joined by my co-hosts, as always, Mr. Tom Gray. How you doing today, Tom?
We sound so professional.
We do. We sound like we've done this before, maybe.
How long do you think we can keep them fooled?
I don't know. We're going to try. And joined by my other co-host, Miss Aria Demezio from cryptocurrencycheck.org. How you doing tonight, Aria?
I'm doing great. It's just the afternoon here, though.
Yeah, it's 4 o'clock, Will.
Well, actually, here it's almost dark. It gets dark here at like 4:45 in the afternoon, and it is snowing, man. Good Lord, is it snowing out there? I think I might be sleeping in the studio tonight.
Giggity.
Right? Giggity. So, yeah, here we are, guys, here on the Call to Freedom on our first afternoon broadcast. We got one heck of a lineup for you today. We got a story about, they're building... Good Tom!
No kidding. We didn't make it 10 minutes sounding professional.
What the? Ian, I thought we fixed this. Never mind. Go with it.
So, anyway, Tom, as always, it's the Call to Freedom because you hear Tom clacking away on that keyboard over there. But we are here, our maiden voyage, on Monday afternoon. We're going to be back at the same time tomorrow, guys. We're actually going to be doing this 5 days a week. Can you believe that? Like, they actually gave us access to the airwaves for 5 days a week. I think they've lost their minds, but, who knows? Could be a good idea. We've got a lot of new stuff going on, though. We are going to be giving away free cryptocurrencies. That's a first, as far as I know. I don't know of any other radio show that has ever given away free money. What we're going to be doing, sponsors, what sponsors do is they say, hey, we want you to advertise for us on the Call to Freedom to your huge audience of radio listeners out there listening to us on their drive home, on the way home from work, on TuneIn app, on LRN.FM, on our affiliate broadcast stations, on Pirate Radio, and also on our affiliate broadcast stations and internet radio. So they're listening to us, and all of a sudden they hear this noise. Well,
I think we need a different sound effect for that, though.
I'm working on trying to get a squeakier faucet sound so that you can actually hear the faucet get turned on.
Sounds like a water main leak right there.
Right. But that is our leaky Vertcoin faucet, and anytime you hear that go off during the show, be the 5th caller. That's right, we're a call-in show now. Call in on our Skype line at lrn.fm on Skype, or on our phone line at 603-283-6160. Be the 5th caller, and you win free coins. It could be Vertcoin, it could be Verge, it could be Dash, whatever our sponsor at the time is paying for. As long as it's a Coinomi-supported coin, we're going to be giving it away. $5, $10, $20, $100 in these currencies every so often. Then, hold on, though. Turns out we are going to have another giveaway. We totally were not expecting this, but we have another sponsor who's decided that they want to sponsor a series of giveaways for the first 45 episodes of the show, GalacticSystems.net, and they're going to be giving us
initiating satellite scan.
Their Galactic Systems airdrops. Every time you hear the Galactic Systems satellite go overhead and try to find a spot to drop its coin, we're going to be giving away $10 in a random coin that is supported by the Coinomi wallet. If you don't have a Coinomi wallet, you may have to go find a specific wallet for this coin. But if you've got a Coinomi wallet, you'll be good. That's AdCoin, that's Denarius's, that's Einsteinium, that's Fuji coins, Flash coins, all kinds of stuff. So
heck was that?
I don't know. I
Having a
can't
stroke?
pronounce the word. It's like 19 syllables long. It's something about Hellenism. But it's like a gold coin with like a Hellenist symbol on it. But I don't know. I couldn't find any of them, so I didn't buy any of them. But we've got tons. Dude, I've got $1,000 in cryptocurrencies to give away over the next couple of weeks already. Already bought, already loaded and rocked and ready to roll. You just wait for the sound. Be the 5th caller. We got free coin for you.
What was that number again? I'm going to put it on speed dial.
Number is 603-283-6160, or you can call in on our Skype listener line at skype@lrn.fm. Look us up on Skype and call in, like I said. And also, feel free to call into the show. You don't have to use the call-in lines in order to just to win free coin. Call in, be a part of the show. Give us your commentary, your opinions on whatever the topic of the day is that we happen to be talking about on that day. We're here though, guys. I'm pretty shocked. What do you think over there, Art? What do you think over there, Aria?
I'm impressed and excited. I mean, I didn't know about the other faucet that we were doing until just now.
I didn't either. I found out about it just a couple of days ago. He comes to me and he says, I want to sponsor your satellite. And I'm like, I already have a sponsor for that. And he was like, but I want to sponsor the show in a big way. Like, in a big way. I want to make sure you mention our company every show. And I was like, you want a commercial? And he's like, no. I want you to talk about it on the show. And I was like, well, how about faucets? People who, if you give me free money, I'm going to remember your name.
Without a doubt.
And he was like, you know what? That's a good idea. I'm like, all right, so how about, your company's called Galactic Systems. So let's do like airdrops from space. So like satellite goes overhead, finds a target, and drops $10 in coin on Tom so that he'll stop typing. Tom, you are killing me, man. So yeah, that's the story of the airdrop. Mike Laurie just came in and said, "Hey man, I want to sponsor the show." I'm like, "All right, let's find a way for you to give us money and give our listeners money too."
That's amazing. It's definitely shaping up well, and I really think that people out there will appreciate that, if nothing more, as an introduction, perhaps, to cryptocurrencies.
Well, that's kind of the idea, I mean, I know most people that aren't into cryptos yet are not going to just go out and get themselves a wallet. because they just don't have that interest. You know, they made it clear that they don't have enough interest to go out and do that. So, well, what if I gave you some free money to put in it? You know, what if I said, you know what, you don't have to take an investment out of your own pocket. You know, you don't have to do that. What you can do is instead of that, just listen to the show, make a phone call, and I'll give you the money to get you started in crypto investing. You can take that $10, $20, $50, $100, depending on which drop you happen to get lucky enough to get. And you can put it in your wallet. You can take it to an exchange. You can shift it around, move it around, turn $10 into $1,000. It is possible in the crypto markets today. So, you know, for us, it's just an opportunity for us to do something good for our listeners and try to encourage them to bring more listeners to the show. So feel free to call in. We're going to be moving on into our first story of the day when we get back here on the Call to Freedom on LRN.FM and our maiden voyage. Be right back.
In Survivor Max 2, School Bites, Max must scavenge through a wasteland swarming with the undead. Desperate to find the medicine he needs, he discovers a community of survivors at his former school. Has he finally found the safe haven he's been looking for, or will he discover that school bites? Look for Survivor Max on Facebook, read reviews on Amazon, and read Chapter 1 at survivormax.com.
Hey, I'm LRN.FM Program Director Ian Freeman. If you're listening to our free-to-air satellite feed in North or Central America, heads up! We've been on the same channel on the Galaxy 19 satellite since 2010, but now our satellite provider is moving us to a new channel on a different transponder. The original channel will stay on the air until the end of February to give you time to transition without any loss of service, so don't delay. I've posted the new channel details at sat.lrn.fm, but in case you're listening with no internet access, if you do a blind scan on your receiver, you should see the new channel at transponder 12, 11,936 MHz, horizontal polarization, symbol rate 20,000, FEC 3/4. All that information is at sat.lrn.fm, as well as a link to our Patreon where you can support our channels for just $2 a month. Visit sat.lrn.fm for more information about our international satellite channels, and thanks for listening to LRN.FM.
Did you know you can get news updates about what's happening with the Liberty Radio Network delivered in the way you prefer? You can sign up for our email updates at updates.lrn.fm. Plus, you can stay in the loop by joining our Facebook profile at facebook.lrn.fm or follow us at Twitter at twitter.lrn.fm. It's all free, so sign up now at updates.lrn.fm for news updates delivered to your email box, facebook.lrn.fm to follow our Facebook page, and twitter.lrn.fm to receive our tweets.
I love My Magic Mud. I drink a lot of coffee. I had stains on my teeth. Then I found My Magic Mud, and I was told it would remove stains. So I paid attention when I brushed the first time. My Magic Mud is black tooth powder, and the difference it made in my teeth in one application was noticeable. With 4, my teeth were as white as you normal folks out there. Please go to mymagicmud.com and buy a jar. There's 150 applications for $25. You can use Bitcoin, mymagicmud.com.
Imagine someone in your community getting in their car, turning on the radio, and hearing the Liberty Radio Network. You can make that vision a reality with your own micro radio station. Visit broadcast.lrn.fm to learn how you can put our programs on the air in your area. You can have LRN.FM running around the clock, and you can even add in your own local shows. Building a radio station is simple, but programming isn't. That's where LRN.FM comes in. Learn more at broadcast.lrn.fm. That's broadcast.lrn.fm.
We turn to Washington, D.C., where America's Roommates are holding a rally as part of their new One Vote Doesn't Matter political action campaign. The rally, which drew thousands of roommates, ranging from the guy who keeps all of his groceries in his room to the guy whose name the lease is under, is just a part of a surging grassroots movement to spread the message that one person's vote can't make a difference if you really, really think about it.
You know, this is like the most important election of our lifetime. We just want to get the word out that it's already been decided in some smoke-filled boardroom. You know, I pretty much minored in poli-sci, so I think think I get this stuff.
Joining us now is Jason Copeland at a rally in the nation's capital. Jason, how would you describe the energy there?
Yeah, hi, Andrea. I'd say it's a definite chill vibe. I just saw the roommate whose only friend seems to be his younger brother and the guy who just has an air mattress in his room passing out flyers together. Now, the roommates do make some interesting points. The Electoral College it is weird.
This is the Onion News Network.
Help get LRN.FM into more ears. Visit promote.lrn.fm for a free bumper sticker, flyers, banners, graphics, and more. Promote.lrn.fm.
This is Angel Clark, and you're listening to The Call to Freedom on LRN.fm.
Well, we're moving on up, to the east side, to a deluxe apartment in the sky. Moving on up, to the east side. We finally got a piece of the pie.
All right, we are here.
A beans don't burn on the grill. Took a whole lot of trying just to get up that hill.
And we are up that hill now here on LRN.FM on the Call to Freedom at prime time. 4 to 7 drive home show, 5 days a week. Whole new level of radio here. Big sponsors they're giving pretty good money too to make sure that this show is broadcast out to as many listeners as absolutely possible. You got to tune in, though. You know, we've got this story that I'm leading off with tonight. It makes me, well, in truth, it really is a example of par for the course for the state. Says here, you've got the state of Maryland opening a $35 million youth detention facility in Baltimore. Million man. $35 million youth detention facility in Baltimore. And what is going on at the exact same time right now? You have people in the same town have a GoFundMe. Let's see here. It says, I'm Samara Jones, a senior at Coppin State University and a graduate of Baltimore Public School System. Baltimore City Public Schools are currently operating with an inadequate heating system. Students are required to attend classes that are freezing and expected to wear their coats to assist in keeping themselves warm inside a public school classroom. How can you teach a child in these conditions? This fundraiser will help in purchasing space heaters and outerwear to assist in keeping these students warm. To raise $20,000 would be enough to cover the fees of GoFundMe and purchase roughly 600 space heaters. You heard that right, folks. The Baltimore public school system is currently, the teachers currently have a GoFundMe account for $20,000, while at the same time they're opening a $35 million facility to house those students. They are pushing through the crib to prison pipeline that is now the public school system.
This was literally an episode of The Wire. Like, there was literally an episode of The Wire where they opened one of these youth detention facilities, and the cops were like, don't do that. Go, like, take care of kids in schools so they don't get in criminal trouble in the first place.
That's too simple.
Well, I don't think the lack of heat is going to cause anyone to become a criminal. But
yeah,
I don't know.
I do think it's right up the state's alley to say, hey, you know what? Let's build a $35 million jail for teens.
But who cares instead of repairing the heat at the schools to start with? Oh my God! All right, so here's a story from the Baltimore Sun. All right, it says after community resistance stifled past plans, juveniles charged as adults in Baltimore will now be held at a new $35 million detention facility that state corrections officials say is better equipped to rehabilitate them. By rehabilitate, they mean house on the taxpayer's dollar, by the way. Nothing else. We intend to use this facility to help change the lives of our troubled youth. Maryland Public Safety and Correctional Services Secretary. Oh my God! If you've ever been in youth public service, in youth correctional services, like I was when I was a teenager, you know that what that lady just said is the biggest pile of horse manure that ever
I mean, they're
existed.
trying to change them in the sense of taking them out of school and turning them into convicts, I guess.
Yeah, you know,
That's
man,
a
I
type of
learned some of
change.
the dirtiest, grimiest things I ever learned in my whole entire life while I was in a juvenile detention facility in Bean Station, Tennessee. Like,
And that's a low bar.
Hey, man, they took me from like foster homes and being around like just normal kids who had problems with not, like authority problems, and they put me in a facility with like kids who had drank their own blood and like weirdo, like off the wall kinds of stuff. Like people who had tried to beat their father to death with a ball bat while he was sleeping. Like I never did it. Like I got in a couple fights in school and ran away from home a couple times. And they put me like in with hardened criminals. Like these are kids who have been like that shot the kid next door. And I'm in there, I'm like, I don't even have a petty theft on my record. But it says
Other than this time slot.
Right. It says, while the new facility can house up to 60 youths, 50 males and 10 females, the city typically houses fewer than 15 on an average day, according to the corrections department. So
That'll change.
Yeah, and it will now. They got room. You got more room. Got to fill it up, man. You got that room. You got to fill it up, or the taxpayer's going to wonder why you got that many rooms and spent that much money. So who wants to take bets on how long it is before they get the detention facility 3/4 of the way full this year? I mean,
they won't even have it finished. It won't
Do
be
they have
finished
heat?
and they'll be full.
Does it have heat?
Yeah.
Probably has state-of-the-art heat. You kids, you're trying to learn. You don't need heat.
I mean, when I was younger, I knew a guy who intentionally kept getting arrested simply because, the jail provided him with 3 meals a day and heating and air.
I knew a guy like that when I was in jail in Florida, but he only got arrested during the wintertime.
When my dad was a judge, he would actually send the cops down to bring the homeless people into court to ask them if they wanted to be put in jail for Thanksgiving so they could have a meal.
Wow.
And a lot of them did it. But one year they caught their own duck, and that year they all stayed out of jail. And they cooked it over a barrel.
Now listen to this here. It says, Melanie Shapiro, the Director of Juvenile Justice Policy for the Office of the Public Defender, says that money could have been spent in better ways, helping to prevent young people from getting in trouble to start with. Quote, it's so much money that could have been spent in the community to meet kids' needs, to prevent them from coming into the court system entirely. The Public Defender's Office has been pushing to have all juveniles charged with a crime start in the juvenile system rather than immediately be charged as adults for more serious crimes. So the state of Maryland is pretty adamant that they want to see, kids go to prison. They don't want kids going to, because see, the prison system is like our modern day slavery now. This is how we make things.
It's a moneymaker.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not even like modern-day slavery. It simply is slavery, as far as I can tell.
All right, well, call in and give us your opinion. 603-283-6160 when we get back here on The Call to Freedom on LRN.FM.
Some folks don't pay me no mind, but in my day, I sure was something. Before I felt the heavy hand of time.
Since time began, tyrants have taken aim at personal liberties. Now there's a movie that aims back.
The government has no more right to tell us what to put in our bodies than they have to take our guns or tell us what books we can read.
6 drug police were eaten by bears while raiding a marijuana farm.
On your knees, you dirty hippies! On your knees!
What's the problem, officer?
Today, many cops who enforce pot laws do so only because it provides them with cushy jobs, good benefits, and a chance to push people around.
I was an undercover narcotics officer. The drug war is nothing but a farce.
The Second Amendment says you gotta keep you and your gat intact.
Guns and Weed, The Road to Freedom. A film by Michael W. Dean and Nima Badavi.
DVD available now at gunsandweed.com or on Amazon. That's gunsandweed.com. Makes the perfect gift. Remember, that's gunsandweed.com.
Ross Ulbricht was convicted in early 2015 of running the infamous Silk Road Underground Market. The Silk Road was a gift to humanity and helped reduce the harms brought on by drug prohibition. For this good deed, Ross has been sentenced to life in prison with no possibility of parole. Now, an appeal is Ross's only chance, and he needs your support. Please visit freeross.org, where you can contribute via various methods, including Bitcoin. Visit freeross.org. That's freeross.org.
My name is Angel Rach. I'm a mother of 2 teenage children, and I fought all the way to the Supreme Court for the right to use the medicine that saved my life. I've been permanently disabled for 10 years, with an inoperable brain tumor, wasting syndrome, and several other serious conditions. For 4 years, I was in a wheelchair, in so much pain I couldn't even hug my kids. The hardest part was looking in their eyes and seeing how much they were suffering because of my medical condition. The medicine that gave me my life back and gave my kids their mom back was cannabis, also known as medical marijuana. With medical marijuana, I can walk, maintain my weight, and I can be a mom. Without it, my doctors believe that I would die. To learn more about medical marijuana, contact Marijuana Policy Project at 1-877-JOIN-MPP or on the web at mpp.org.
The 3 most important things you can do for LRN.FM are: 1. Let your friends know you're listening to LRN.FM on your social networking profile. 2. Buy the things you buy online through shop.lrn.fm. 3. Give $5 a month to the AMP program at amp.lrn.fm. It's my firm belief that the AMP program is the best use of your charitable dollar among liberty-oriented groups. Support all your favorite organizations, but make sure you give $5 a month to the AMP program at amp.lrn.fm.
Why did you move to the Shire?
I moved here to the Shire because there's other people around who take liberty just as seriously as I do.
I moved to the Shire because I saw videos of people challenging authority and thought that I could get support myself. It called to me, like, do this, right now.
I wanted to be around people like me who got it, and once I got here, I knew there was nowhere else that I wanted to be.
I've always wanted to change the world, so I moved to the Shire to join people who were actually working towards doing the same thing.
The people here are awesome, loving, and positive. It was for the adventure and for the feeling of something important is happening here, and I just wanted to come to sort of be part of that.
Visit ShireSociety.com to read and sign the Shire Society Declaration and learn the reasons why, if you love liberty, you should immigrate to the Shire. Plus, add yourself to the Shire map at ShireSociety.com. That's ShireSociety.com.
This is the Liberty Radio Network, broadcasting the latest liberty-oriented audio content 24 hours a day at LRN.FM.
You're listening to The Call to Freedom on LRN.FM.
تستمتعون إلى برنامج نداء للحرية مباشرة على LRN.FM.
Welcome back here to the Call to Freedom on LRN.FM. I am your host, as always, Will Coley, broadcasting live from our VertCoin studios here in beautiful Keene, New Hampshire. You're listening to us live internationally on our Bit Plus Networks satellite out there. You just heard one of our many foreign language bumpers. We've got bumpers for listeners in Morocco, and listeners in India, and listeners in Brazil, and listeners all over the place. because we do have an international listening audience, and we want to make sure that we give a hat tip to them here on the Call to Freedom. Another group of folks we want to make sure that we give a hat tip to is the folks over at Helium.com. See, if you want to start investing in cryptos without having to do any busy work, you just go to Helium. It's a long-term savings accelerator powered by Uphold.com. Helium watches conversion rates between cryptos and fiats for you so it can convert your funds just when the time is right. Just add funds to Helium from your bank or digital wallet, and you're done. The rest is completely automatic, and it works. Helium, let your money move you. Sign up today at helium.com/CTF. That's HELEUM.com/CTF. Helium with an E.com/CTF. So the story we've been talking about here, it's crazy to me that, liberals are always talking about how, we just got to throw money at the state, because if we do, then the schools will just magically be better. And here we see this is just one more example of how the truth of the matter is if you throw money at the state for school systems, they will spend that money around and use it on something that makes the state money, like jails.
There should definitely be more outrage about this than what I've been seeing. I can't imagine anything more contrasting the difference and the horror of the state.
Well, because the people that would normally be complaining about this are on the wrong side of the thin blue line to be able to talk about it. And that's the sad truth, is usually conservatives are the ones that are trying to point out these problems with the funding of the public school system and robbing Peter to pay Paul to create this indoctrination center. But right now the money is being robbed from that to give to something they like, which is throwing the young punks off my lawn and throw them in jail. So it's something.
No more skateboarding on the sidewalks.
For real, they don't want these kids skateboarding on the sidewalks. So what do? You throw them in prison. That's how.
Or worse. For
they
real. Could be using the marijuana.
Oh, you know what? I know this fella in town. His cousin's nephew's best friend's son was shooting the marijuana. I heard he put it right in his eye. He died in 5 minutes. If you take one marijuanas, you'll be addicted for life. You will.
It's sad how many people that really reflects, though.
It
and
is.
they'll say it all while throwing back a Jack Daniels.
They will. Which arguably is much, much more dangerous and much, much more harmful.
Arguably? Who are you talking to here?
I have never known someone high at a concert to start throwing glass bottles at people.
For real, yo? I have.
Someone on marijuana?
No, not on marijuana. I've seen a lot of people that were drunk do that. I've seen a ton of people.
Oh, yeah.
I worked in the clubs for years. I worked in clubs for years, and that's, that's the way it works. The stoners in the corner, they're going to dance a lot, and then they're going to leave.
Right.
But the cokeheads in the bathroom and the drunk lesbians they're gonna throw quart jars at each other.
No offense to present company.
No offense to present company. It was just a rule, we used to have this drink special on Thursday night, and it was a quart jar of Long Island iced tea. This is a long time ago, long time ago. And I worked on Thursday, and you knew every Thursday that some girl was going to look at another girlfriend's girlfriend the wrong way, and you were going to see a wide-mouthed quart jar go flying across the dance floor toward the ladies' room. And it was always the same. It was like there's a spot where they would go into the ladies' room, and there's a clearing, so you don't have to worry so much about hitting a bystander. And you'd see the wrong girl go into the bathroom, and you just see a quart jar go flying through the air.
And these are the kind of stories that these kids are going to have if you put them in this juvenile detention facility like they did to Will.
Exactly. You hear me? You hear how horrible, the horrible things I did in my early 20s? Yeah, I learned all that stuff in juvenile detention facilities. To be fair, it mostly sounds funny. Right. To be fair, you're probably going to learn the same thing in a public school.
Speaking of which, here's a quote on this GoFundMe from the Chief Operating Officer of Baltimore City Schools. Yes, they have a Chief Operating Officer. Regarding this GoFundMe account to help warm up the cold schools, he says, "We certainly are not against it."
Well, that's good.
Wait, it gets better. "I'm not exactly sure of how the money would be administered." It would be administered to buy heat for the kids because that's what they're raising money for.
Yeah.
But you're already scheming up other ways to spend it because you run a public school system and you're
a bureaucrat, and that's what bureaucrats do. Yeah, you're a crook.
Yep.
Well, I imagine that the person running the campaign would extract the money, buy heaters, and a team of parents would take the heaters to the school.
They'd probably have to pay taxes on it first.
Oh,
well,
that's
certainly.
right. If they don't set up a true nonprofit, then they will. The woman who's raising this money will be charged a tax on the $20,000 she raises. She better be careful because if this gets a lot of media attention, and we've already
they've raised
seen
way more than 20,000.
The IRS.
When I checked, they were at like 78.
The IRS is not above 78,000.
Yeah.
What?
30 of that is going straight to Uncle Sam.
Yeah, at least. Now, here's another thing. This proves that we don't need taxes to take care of this stuff.
Absolutely.
Because they needed $20,000 to buy some space heaters. Now they got enough money they can install an actual heating system. They don't need to put space heaters and run up the city's electric bill. They can put.
Not to mention, I will be stunned if there aren't heating companies in Baltimore who are contacting the schools attempting to volunteer to do it.
Well, but guys,
you know?
Without taxes, who's going to build the roads to get the heaters to the schools?
Initiating satellite scan.
What's that?
Uh-oh.
Something's happening.
We having a the world's moment?
Uh-oh. That sounds like time for an airdrop from our Galactic Systems Airdrop Center. Galactic Systems, regain control of your virtual identity, communications, money, and property with Gridphone and Galacticoin. Tear down the walled garden business model. Galactic Systems, restoring liberty and building an open metaverse. Learn more at galacticsystems.net. So that means be the fifth caller and you get $10 in free cryptocurrencies. The phone line is 603-283-6160, or you can call us on our Skype listener line at lrn.fm. But yeah, so this story is just absolutely insane. And we'll be back with more insanity from the state and a whole lot more on the Call to Freedom on the other side of this break.
So you've signed the Shire Society Declaration and are planning your move to New Hampshire to be around more liberty-oriented people. Next, sign up for the Shire Society Forum at forum.shiresociety.com. There are a bunch of people there who are already in the Shire, and they want to meet you. If you're already in the Shire physically, you should also come by the forums. Remember, not everyone uses Facebook. New people are signing up for the Shire Society Forum every month, so drop in and say hello at forum.shiresociety.com.
So the protection of life, liberty, and property is what the Free State Project is all about. But it's an effort to move 20,000 people who understand.
It's about demonstrating to the entire country
that, yeah, we can have a free market, a truly free market. Making it just a freer, great place to live.
It's the world's largest voluntarist libertarian community, and it's only getting bigger.
That's amazing, to be able to move to a place where other people like passionately believe in being free and independent.
What the Free State Project is managing to do, though, is to put their money where their mouth is. It's physically getting up across the country and saying, let's go someplace and let's demonstrate the power of these ideas. There's a lot of kind of philosophy that surrounds liberty. There's a lot of thinking about it and talking about it. But here in New Hampshire, people are doing it.
101 Reasons Liberty Lives in New Hampshire, a documentary by Free State Project Early Movers. Watch it free at 101reasonsfilm.com. 101reasonsfilm.com. Did you know we've taken our LRN.FM telephone listen line to a new level with the LRN.FM audio on demand line? Now you can call 712-770-8447 anytime and listen to LRN.FM's live feed. And you can listen to a bunch of our original shows on demand. Long distance fees may apply. Just dial 712-770-8447 and choose from the menu. 712-770-8447. The new 4th edition of Healing Our World, The Compassion of Libertarianism, will take your understanding of liberty to a deeper level and has over 1,300 updated references, new cartoons, and a foreword by Dr. Ron Paul. With discounts for multiple book purchases, the 4th edition of Healing Our World is a great gift for the liberals, pragmatists, environmentalists, and Christians in your life who think libertarianism is cold-hearted. Get yours today at healing.freetalklive.com and use promo code FTL for a $5 discount.
Did you know you can listen to LRN.FM via our free-to-air satellite channels? We have channels over nearly all of North America and much of Africa. All you need is an affordable receiver and a dish as small as 30 inches. There are no monthly fees. Learn more at sat.lrn.fm. Plus, if you are a broadcaster or want to be one, this is a good delivery method for our content. See our coverage maps and get details at sat.lrn.fm. That's sat.lrn.fm. sat.lrn.fm.
If you're looking for work, you know the math. There are many more applicants than openings, so you need to stand out, not blend into the blah, blah, blah your interviewer is hearing from your competition. Here's a tip. In your interview, you will be judged more by the questions you ask than the answers you give. Yes, do anticipate the obvious job interview questions and prepare concise, insightful, glass-half-full sounding responses. And you should interview your interviewer. Seem genuinely curious about what will help get results. With money and attention so scarce now, effective communication skills have never been more important. You want to cut through the clutter. For more tips for job seekers and making all the other conversations you have more productive, hit survivalspeech.com. I'm Holland Cook.
You can sign up to receive the latest about the Liberty Radio Network via our email updates at updates.lrn.fm. That's updates.lrn.fm.
You are listening to the Call to Freedom on LRN.fm. आप सुन रहे हैं स्वतंत्रता की पुकार सिर्फ और सिर्फ LRN.fm पे।
Back here on the Call to Freedom on LRN.FM, broadcasting live from our VertCoin studio here in beautiful Keene, New Hampshire, the Shire, where it is snowing outside. Now, we just heard our Galactic Systems airdrop drop some coins out just a little while ago. We're still waiting on that fifth caller now, 603-283-6160, or Skype call us at LRN.FM. We've been talking here about this story where basically what happened is you've got this teacher in Baltimore at a public school system, and you know the liberals' argument is, you know, public schools, they are sacrosanct, they are the sacred cow of the left. And if we don't have public schools, then, you know, kids are going to be going to school in like these rickety old shacks freezing to death, like the Baltimore public school system.
You know, on that note, I'd be very curious to know how many private schools there are out there that don't have heat right now.
I went to a private school. Our heat always worked.
We homeschool our kids. Our heat's fine.
My sister went to like this super shady, rickety, not that awesome, not very impressive kind of spot. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't even accredited. Like, when she got done, she still had to get a GED when she finished. Like, she graduated, she got a diploma, and then she went and got her GED. And they always had heat that worked. So I guess it's something with the public school system. No.
Well, they want to freeze your brain and your body now.
Freeze your brain.
I mean, that's what they did to me. I mean, they tried to turn us into unthinking, unquestioning, loyal little robots who would...
They do.
How'd that work out for you, you jerks?
I don't know.
You created a libertarian talk show host. How do you like them apples?
Well, they did the same thing to me. Like, I was at the Tea Party movement. I helped organize some of the first events that put the Tea Party on the map. And dealing with the state, like, I was a border hawk. I think those people should follow the law. Blah, 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 blah. But what happens? Instead, I have to follow the law, and I find out what the law actually is, and now I have no love for the law whatsoever as far as the border is concerned. None whatsoever. Why? Well, because. I mean, look at it. It's a gigantic extortion scheme. Here is the American dream. If you can afford to pay for it, we're the gatekeeper. Tickets are $8,000 and up. Come on now.
Oh, yeah, from what you described at PorcFest, it was a total mess.
It was. And it's that. And I had it easy. I had it easy. So if I had it easy there, I mean, imagine. I mean, the way. I'm sorry. My head is just exploding here. I keep looking at this story about how much money they spent on this thing, and the fact that, like, they're planning on spending. This is they originally planned on spending over $100 million on this facility.
Oh my! That is the state I know. That's the government I know.
The original plan was to spend $100 million. Oh my God! Really?
But, however, I am impressed that they actually came in under budget. I mean, for the government, that's a miracle.
Wow. Well, they're not done building it yet.
Oh.
But it gets better, guys, because the governor of the state of Maryland came out today, and he blames the city of Baltimore for this problem with the Baltimore schools because, because, and here you go, the governor made reference to recent reports that suggest the school system returned up to $60 million to the state for projects that never got off the ground. And because of this, the governor of Maryland says it's the city's fault that there's no heat in the schools because they gave the money back to the state, who then used the money on this juvenile detention center.
Hookers and coke?
Right.
That's what they use the other $25 million.
So I want to make sure I understand that because it doesn't make sense like most things the state does.
Oh yeah, he's
the governor made the city give back a bunch of money that was initially planned for school projects because the schools didn't pursue the projects. And now he's blaming them for not having the money for heat because he took the money back.
Well, he didn't make them give it back. They just did it. But then he spent it.
All right, well, it looks like we have a winner on for our airdrops. Jay Noon, you're on the Call to Freedom here in Keene, New Hampshire. How you doing there, Jay?
I'm doing good. I'm actually in Ware, New Hampshire. I forgot where I was today when I told the guy I picked up the phone there. But doing good. I'm enjoying the show. I like the format. I've been Now, is this the very first show you guys have done?
This is our first episode here. We used to be on Sunday nights, 10 p.m. to midnight. We were on for about 2.5 years. And
right,
today,
I recall that.
Yep. Today we finally made the move to prime time. And, as the winner tonight, let's see here. Let's flip the screen and put a number... $10 worth of denarius. Do you have a Koinomi wallet?
I do have a Koinomi wallet, and you're the guy that suggested I set one up.
Very good. Well, you go into your Koinomi wallet, you click on Add Coins, and find the denarius. Email us at W-I-L-L, at calltofreedomlive.com with your denarius address, and we will send you $10 worth of denarius sometime after we get off of the air.
So, quick question. How do you know it's me that's going to email you? Because, anybody listening could just say, hey, this is Jay Noon, and send you an email, right?
Well, we'll actually have a password that our guy that talks to you when I get done and we get off the phone with you will put.
All right. Okay, that's all I was curious about.
Ask for you to put into the email so that we actually know that you're the person we're looking for.
Good deal. Because I think if I don't know. I mean, I would like to think that anarchists and libertarians are pretty honest people, but there are people who call themselves anarchists and libertarians that aren't honest. I've discovered.
Yeah, I've discovered that too.
so I could just see people you might get 300 emails. Hey, it's Jay Noon. Send me that $10 of.
Right.
What's the coin called again?
This is called denarius. D-E-N-A. Let's see, where did it go?
T-E-N-A.
D is in dog. D-E-N-A-R-I-O-U-S. Denarius.
Yeah, it's Roman-inspired.
Denarius, I see it. Yes, it's at $4.06 right now.
That's right, and we will be sending you $10 worth of denarius coin. Like I said, when we get off the phone with you, we will, little password to you that you put in your email, and then put that in with the address, the wallet address for your denarius wallet, and we will send that out to you, and you can keep it, you can shape-shift it or change it into whatever you like. But that's what we do here. Twice a show, every show, free money for our listeners, free cryptocurrencies. So was there something
very good. And
there was something you wanted to talk to us about tonight, Jay?
Well, this GoFundMe. Well, first off, what I'm going to do is when I get home tonight, I'll send you the email because I got to put my password into my Koinomi wallet, which I don't remember, but I got it written down in a safe, secure location because passwords have to be ridiculous nowadays, right?
Yes.
And we don't want the same passwords for our wallet, so you put it in a safe, secure area. And I have a loved one that is aware of it also in case something happens to me and they need to access my stuff. But which I think everybody should do. And don't use the same password over and over again, which is a bad mistake. And that way, all your stuff gets hacked if your password gets hacked. As for this GoFundMe, this is the finest example of how to build the roads. So that's the most often comment that I get from statists is, how are you going to build the roads, right? It's always, how are you going to build the roads? And it's just the fact that GoFundMe. Hey, you want a new bridge?
All right, hold on a second. Just hang around for a minute. We'll be back here in just a second on the Call to Freedom on LRN.FM.
Join Daryl W. Perry on Peace, Love, Liberty Radio as he brings you news, views, and opinions while promoting the ideas of peaceful interaction.
You blow up a hospital, you're in violation of international humanitarian law. You are in violation of the law of war. From the military, quote, every violation of the law of war is a war crime. And I've had people jump on me for saying that blowing up a hospital in Kunduz, Afghanistan, that was being operated by Doctors Without Borders, I've had people jump on me for saying that's a war crime. Damn right it's a war crime. You blew up a hospital. I think every person, from the guy flying the airplane, to the guy that gave the order, to the guy above him, all the way up to Barack Obama, need to be held accountable for their war crime. And I'm not going to shut up about this until something happens.
Peace, Love, Liberty Radio. Online at fppradio.com.
Here's a chance to do a little activism while you're cruising Facebook, Twitter, or Google+. Between the LOL cats, the recipes, the hot girls, and the inspirational sunrise memes, Free Talk Live's posts pass by your newsfeed. Like them, comment. It gives us more exposure. If you don't see our posts, click like at facebook.freetalklive.com and then hover over it to click Get Notifications. It's an easy way to spread the ideas of liberty a bit further. I know you're busy, but you can spare that 1/10 of a calorie it takes to click on something. facebook.freetalklive.com.
Cell 411 is a free app for Android and iOS that replaces government-controlled 911. Cell 411 allows you to preset a group of friends or private organizations to show up at any emergency. Cell 411 is a nightmare for the state because it proves their so-called services aren't needed. Cell 411 has had thousands of installs, and of course it's covered by the BIPCOT no government license. Cell 411 because your friends won't shoot you when you're in trouble. Without the government, who would build the emergency services? You and Cell 411. Get it today at getcell411.com.
More of the Call to Freedom is coming up next, live after the news on the Liberty Radio Network at LRN.FM.
From Keene, the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Monday, January 8th, 2018. Silver is trading at $17.18 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,320 per ounce. Zencash is trading at $53, and the average price of Bitcoin is $15,418. Antiwar.com reports with an estimated 1,000 people arrested over the course of a little over a week in protest in Iran, the most high-profile may ultimately be the most surprising. With reports, former President Mahmoud Ahmadinejad has been jailed for incitement. Though Ahmadinejad has not really been linked to the protest movement, he made comments during his visit to Bashir in late December, which seems to express support for them, faulting the leadership for being detached from the problems and concerns of the people. This makes the narrative a lot trickier internationally, as the U.S. has sought to brand the new protest as a continuation of the 2009 protests, which were themselves against Ahmadinejad's contested re-election. The newer protests started with small economic protest over high inflation and unemployment, and a crackdown fairly quickly angered the public and turned it into a political battle. Iran's Revolutionary Guard have declared the protest over at this point, and indications are that the only rallies on Saturday were in support of the government and against the protesters, whom the leadership have branded as U.S.-backed.
For over 40 years, Roberts & Roberts Brokerage has been a trusted source for buying and selling precious metals. Gold, silver, platinum, and palladium. They don't feed the banks. They're Bitcoin preferred and have removed the minimum purchase amount for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Roberts & Roberts Brokerage today for knowledgeable advice on buying and selling precious metals and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 800-874-9760 or visit online at rrbi.co.
UPI reports President Donald Trump plans to unveil an agriculture initiative seeking to bring broadband internet connection to rural America at the America Farm Bureau Federation's annual convention. Trump will speak alongside Secretary of Agriculture Sonny Perdue on Monday to address a report by the Interagency Task Force on Agriculture and Rural Prosperity, which he established with an executive order in April. Much of the report was built on the basis of bringing broadband internet to rural America, according to Grace Coe, Special Assistant for Technology, Telecommunications, and Cybersecurity at the National Economic Council. The FCC estimates about 39% of rural Americans lack access to quality broadband, which Coe attributed to a lack of interest from broadband providers. She said that is primarily because you have very little incentive to build out because the cost of deployment are high and very little promise of return because the revenue base is small. It makes it difficult to actually justify a business case for building that out. Well, we have to change that. Coe said the administration plans plans to use federal assets such as the pre-established towers on federal lands, as well as dark fiber deployed by agencies to allow rural providers to interconnect and provide service to communities that have not had access to broadband before. She added the administration also seeks to implement the congressional directive of 2011 by standardizing forms and contracts for antennas sitting on federal buildings. Trump is also expected to address NAFTA and the expiring Farm Bill while speaking at the 99th Annual American Farm Bureau Federation Convention.
Are you looking for a cryptocurrency that has a focus on users and usability? Then look into Zencash. Zencash is the world's first private, distributed, and reliable platform for communications, transactions, and publishing. Zencash features global governance with inclusive decision-making, reliable funding for continuous improvements, and documentation and wallets in many languages that are available for Linux, Mac, Windows, and Android devices. Learn more at zensystem.io. That's zensystem.io.
Reuters reports flooding from a water main break forced the temporary suspension of some flights at New York's JFK International Airport on Sunday, adding to the misery of travelers after a winter storm canceled or delayed hundreds of flights in recent days. The disruption occurred while the northeast of the United States continued to endure bone-chilling weather, with New York temperatures at 17 degrees Fahrenheit. International flights to Terminal 4 were temporarily suspended, and passengers who had already arrived there were diverted to other terminals, according to the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey, which operates the airport. The authority said a water pipe that feeds the terminal's sprinkler system broke, which caused flooding and led to a temporary power cut in some areas as a safety measure. More than 500 flights into or out of JFK were canceled and nearly 1,400 delayed from Friday morning to Sunday afternoon. This has been FPP Radio News. Online at fppradio.com.
An alarming new study finds that people suffering from stress-related disorders react poorly to being trapped in underwater elevators. A tired 398-month-old throws a tantrum, and a little clay thing is purchased at an arts festival. And now an eerily perfect recap of this week's news. The Catholic Church reversed its long-held stance against gay marriage this week after meeting Connecticut couple Tony and Craig. The vacationing pair dazzled the Pope and assorted clergy with their witty conversation and true loving affection for each other, leading Vatican officials to conclude that love is love and it's silly to put restrictions on it in this day and age. The Chinese people announced that they would be willing to forgive most of the United States' $1.16 trillion debt if Americans agreed to dress up in costumes and perform silly dances for them. Chinese officials encouraged U.S. citizens to wear sequined vests and prance around while slapping their big fat American tummies, promising that the more humiliating the performance, the more debt will be erased. In sports, NASCAR fans are deeply puzzled by a mysterious black family seen attending multiple races.
This is the Onion News Network.
Hold! Hold!
You better hold on for dear life, because it's time for the Crypto Hour, brought to you by Helium.com, on the call to freedom.
All right, welcome back here to the Call to Freedom on LRN.FM and our new segment in the middle of the day called the Crypto Hour. That's right, we're going to be talking everything cryptocurrency here on the Call to Freedom once an episode. We're going to be bringing on sponsors, big names in the cryptocurrency community, developers, whales. We are going to bring on some big folks. We're going to have Roger Ver, we're going to have James Lovejoy, we're going to have Bruce Fenton, we're going to have, hopefully, Julia Taronsky. We are going out of our way to bring some of the biggest names in the community straight to you, our listening audience. We want Joe Sixpack to know as much as he can about cryptocurrencies and altcoins specifically, because, Bitcoin has just kind of gotten out of hand. It's not what it was originally meant to be anymore, really. Not in my opinion, at least. And you want to hear about all the things in the crypto community, then you need to be listening here to the Call to Freedom on LRN.FM. If you want to join us here on the air, it's really easy. Just dial us up at 603-283-6160 or join us on LRN.FM on the LRN Skype line. So we were hoping to have our sponsor from Helium.com, Mr. Pace Ellsworth, on with us today. But instead, since he's not here, we are going to a story here. Now, you heard earlier one of our beds is in Hindi. We have a young lady who did some intro beds for us in Hindi, and this is coming from Cointelegraph.com. Step toward legalization of crypto in India. The new Blockchain Foundation. It says Blockchain Foundation of India, a non-profit organization aimed at including blockchain technology in India, was launched recently in New Delhi. This development is especially intriguing given the legal ambiguity regarding Bitcoin and blockchain in India. This is the second such initiative to be launched in India after Digital Assets and Blockchain Foundation of India, whose focus has been more on the regulation of Bitcoin in India than on other blockchain-based initiatives or startups. Growth-based promise. This is Mohit Kaura, the CEO of CoinSecure, who founded the Blockchain Foundation of India in partnership with Velix ID, has been a part of the DABFI as well. It says, apart from being a Bitcoin exchange, CoinSecure has also been making efforts to promote blockchain further in India, and BFI is a step in that direction. The Blockchain Foundation of India is already has members from National Informatics Center, PwC, Nokia, Yes Bank, and GlaxoSmithKline. And a lot of other people have been approaching us as well, showing an interest in being a part of our initiative. Oh my God, that's terrifying. Am I the only one here?
No, we're listening.
Yeah,
it's terrifying, yo.
You lulled us to sleep with your soothing voice on that read.
No, it says, I mean, you've got Nokia, you've got banks, you've got big companies like Glaxo. Like, these are not the people that I want involved in my cryptocurrency, y'all.
No, and they are increasingly making moves aimed at precisely that.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's an entire cryptocurrency being invented that's aiming to unite cryptocurrencies with the existent
Ripple?
Financial system.
You mean Ripple?
One ring to rule them all.
You mean Ripple? One ring to rule them all. Yeah, exactly. Ripple.
No, it's not Ripple. It's TokenPay, actually, which is worse and even more obsessed with taking that bad idea and making it manifest than Ripple is.
No.
You know, the last time we had two different entities that were both trying to unite the entire world under one umbrella, it really didn't work out well. So I think you just made it even worse. Aria, bye. Anyway.
I didn't make it worse. I want to stop them. CryptoCheck immediately said, hey, everybody, this is a bad idea.
Tell all of our new listeners real quick, Arya, what CryptoCheck is.
Right.
Well, it is a website, cryptocurrencycheck.org, that investigates and evaluates the many different cryptocurrencies out there because so many, and ICOs, because so many of them are scams and are just trying to get money from people. So many of them will vanish 2 years from now, have no idea behind them, and are just get rich quick schemes that are going to burn a lot of people.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's part of the reason why we have this show now, and why Crypto Hour exists, and why we've made cryptocurrencycheck.org such a central part of the Crypto Hour is, you know, we want to be that first line of defense for Joe Sixpack. We want him to be interested and willing to get involved in the crypto markets. We want, we want him to do so bad, we're willing to sell a wallet that's not sponsoring the show and give him free money to put in the damn thing just to get him to get in on the ground floor.
Safely,
exactly. So,
I mean, because if somebody goes to, like, Nova Exchange, which is closed by now. I mean, they'll be presented with a list of 500 or 600 cryptocurrencies, half of which are scams.
Yeah, I mean, I have to be honest. I do a lot of watching in the trader rooms, and I buy and sell some of my coin based on, like, I really love Vertcoin because of the concept of decentralized mining. I really love stuff like Zencash and Zcash and Verge and Monero, these privacy coins, because they're about privacy, So I really love those kinds of things, but I also have coins that I buy because I'm trying to make money, I mean, in the end, I'm trying to get paid. And now, if you're trying to get paid, our guest that we finally have on with us is definitely his company. That's the company you need to go to if you want to get in on the ground floor and do it in a safe way, in a way that doesn't involve the great risks, like Ari was talking about. Helium.com has already vetted these cryptocurrencies. They only deal in, like, top 10 currency style cryptocurrencies. None of these, Putin coins and tiddlywinks and Obama coins and booger coins. And I have 10 bars of gold-pressed latinum that I bought off of an exchange. It's literally a cryptocurrency called gold-pressed latinum from Star Trek, because I'm just a nerd like that. But
my lobes are tingling.
Your lobes are tingling. But I mean, it's literally like that now. You literally have the ability to just buy all of this random junk if you want to, or if you're not savvy enough to be able to know better. And that's why that's one of the reasons why we decided to get involved with Helium.com, is the fact that, like I said before, we want you as Joe Sixpack, Joe, new investor, new guy on the block. You've never been involved in cryptocurrencies. You see that it's a really popular thing that's popping off right now. You want to get involved, but you're scared to put your money in. Helium.com is definitely the place to go. Now, it's Helium spelled with an E, not an I. So HELEUM.com/CTF. Make sure you put the /CTF in there so they know that you're a Call to Freedom listener, and you can get the the great opportunities that go along with being a Call to Freedom listener on Helium. So when we get back here on the Call to Freedom, we're going to bring Pace Ellsworth from Helium.com on with us here. So we'll be back in just a while, and you call in when we get back.
We've all heard about blockchain assets like Dogecoin, Ether, and Ripple. Bitcoin isn't the only player in the blockchain game any longer. And for those of us wondering how to get our hands on these digital assets, finally, there's a solution. Shapeshift.io allows you to buy and sell between your digital assets and Bitcoin instantly between your own digital wallets. I've used it with ease. Shapeshift.io. There's no account or email address needed. You send them the crypto you want to sell. They send back the crypto you want to buy. It's that easy. Shapeshift.io.
Is spreading the message of liberty, cryptocurrency, and peace around the globe worth $2 per month to you? As you may already know, in addition to our internet feed, LRN.FM broadcasts on free-to-air satellite across North and Central America, as well as Sub-Saharan Africa. And we've been available on satellite for free 24/7 since 2010. The LRN.FM free-to-air satellite signal is reaching some of the most oppressive regimes in the world, and there's no doubt our ideas are making an impact. You can learn more about the channel's impact by watching the 3-minute video at fund.lrn.fm. If you'd like to help free minds globally with our ideas of liberty, cryptocurrency, and peace, you can donate as little as $2 per month via fund.lrn.fm. You can help us continue and expand our satellite broadcast to multiple continents. Visit fund.lrn.fm today, and thank you for your help. Don't forget to share the link on social media. That's fund.lrn.fm.
Now that you've found the Liberty Radio Network at LRN.FM, you may want to help expose others to our great programs. To assist you in doing so, you'll find resources at promote.lrn.fm, including details on how to get a free bumper sticker, quarter-page flyers you can print out and distribute, banners for your website, as well as files that will allow you to make your own custom banners and graphics. Visit promote.lrn.fm and help bring new listeners to the Liberty Radio Network. That's promote.lrn.fm.
When you hear the word lobbyist, you probably think about greedy corporations, but not all lobbyists are the same. Some are fighting for the freedoms you hold dear. Liberty Lobby LLC is doing just that in New Hampshire, working hard to represent you, not some special interest group. You can help by going to libertylobby.info, where your contribution will give us the tools we need to ensure that your voice is heard. Visit libertylobby.info today to find out more.
LRN.FM is proud to announce our official listening apps for Android and iOS devices. Now you can easily tune into our streams anywhere, anytime on your smartphone or tablet. Just visit apps.lrn.fm or search for LRN.FM in the Android or Apple app stores. Please download, rate us 5 stars, then share the link on your social media and let your friends and family know how you're listening to LRN.FM. Download it now, free at apps.lrn.fm.
Hey, I'm LRN.FM Program Director Ian Freeman. If you're listening to our free-to-air satellite feed in North or Central America, heads up! We've been on the same channel on the Galaxy 19 satellite since 2010, but now our satellite provider is moving us to a new channel on a different transponder. The original channel will stay on the air until the end of February to give you time to transition without any loss of service, so don't delay. I've posted the new channel details at sat.lrn.fm, but in case you're listening with no internet access, if you do a blind scan on your receiver, you should see the new channel at transponder 12, 11,936 MHz, horizontal polarization, symbol rate 20,000, FEC 3/4. All that information is at sat.lrn.fm, as well as a link to our Patreon where you can support our channels for just $2 a month. Visit sat.lrn.fm for more information about our international satellite channels, and thanks for listening to LRN.fm.
What's up next? Visit the Liberty Radio Network program guide to find out at shows.lrn.fm. That's shows.lrn.fm.
You are listening to the Crypto Hour on the Call to Freedom.
تستمتعون إلى The Crypto Hour على برنامج نداء للحرية.
Welcome back here to the Call to Freedom on LRN.FM. We are your crypto heroes coming to save the day. We've got a great guest on with us tonight. We've got Mr. Pace Ellsworth from Helium.com. That's Helium with an E.com. How you doing tonight, Pace?
Doing great. Thank you so much. Glad to be here.
Now, we had you on with us before. Had a great conversation with you. You decided to be a sponsor of the Crypto Hour. We wanted to bring you back on this, with all the other major sponsors on this first week, to have an opportunity to tell a little larger of an audience. What is Helium?
Thank you, and congratulations on the weekly show. We're excited to be here, and Helium is a long-term savings accelerator, and we call it that because it uses cryptocurrencies and the volatility of them, along with multiple other fiats, to basically automatically move your money between these different currencies, so you don't have to think about it. It removes a lot of the barrier to entry for people that are new to cryptocurrencies, to where they can just put money in from their bank or from a credit card or debit card, and then it just automatically moves around for them, going into different cryptocurrencies in a conservative way.
Okay, now we have a co-host of another show, Daryl Perry, who is an investor in Helium. Most of our show hosts are investors in Helium. My father-in-law is now an investor in Helium. I think my brother-in-law is an investor in helium, and everybody that I've spoken to is really, really happy with the experience that helium offers to them and the investment opportunity that it's become. Can you explain to us a little bit how the bot works exactly?
Yeah, in fact, we just created I just made a blog post just the other day that goes into detail about how exactly it works. And I'll just read from that. It's at helium.com, HELEUM.com/how. And so if anybody wants to check that out later or read along, we have this nice video. But it basically says it launches balloons, which is just a fraction of your account. It takes your account when you add money and divides it into fractions and launches each one every couple days. And each one goes from your base currency, the launch currency you start from, into one of the cryptocurrencies. And then it waits for the first goal to move into some other currency. So it's actually looking at the rates into every other currency that's out there all at the same time, and then just moves into whichever one becomes cheaper, whichever one goes on sale, and then starts going up again. So once it sees that there's something that's on sale and is starting to go up again, it moves into some other currency, and then it just keeps doing that until it gets back into the launch currency again. And then it pops, and then it relaunches with your gains after we take our fee. But that's it. It's just all automatic, and the only rule is buy low, sell high.
And now what the bot does, though, for the buy low and sell high is you don't really need to know how to buy low or sell high or spend your time, like a professional trader just sitting online and watching graphs all day and candlestick graphs and ups and downs. The bot, you just basically, it's like set it and forget it. It's the it's the crock pot of cryptocurrency investments.
Pretty much. It does the work of maybe 50 professional traders all at the same time, because it's checking the rates every 2 seconds, and then it checks each new difference in the rates and sees how it is compared to its goals in 13 other currencies. So it'll see if there's an opportunity to move, even if you're asleep or even if you're at work or wherever you are. So it can take care of you while you're busy. And that's the whole point, is so that the user never has to do anything. It makes it a lot easier for people to get started that are only used to passive investments like mutual funds or 401ks and things like that.
So you've taken cryptocurrencies, which, everybody, there's so much fear-mongering on the television set right now, and, oh, it's a bubble, it's going to pop, oh my goodness, it's so scary. Are there any market protections that your system offers? And, say, what happens if Bitcoin crashes to $5,000 tomorrow and I gave you $1,000 today?
Well, what's great is the first protection that's in there is it doesn't launch everything all at once. It waits with most of your money and only launches balloons every 2 days. And we're going to be adjusting that rule so it's a little bit more fluid and responds to the market. But for now, it's basically on average of 2 days it'll launch each new balloon. So you're protected in that sense because we're trying to get in the market at different intervals. So if there's a big crash that happens right after you start, then most of your funds are going to get in at the bottom, which is the best place to be. And then we're adding other rules in the near future, like stop losses, locking in gains when the account is at an all-time high, things like that, so that once, if anything were to happen, where, for example, you'd be talking about the switch inning where Bitcoin loses, all of its influence to Bitcoin Cash, and that, or some other currency comes in and becomes the one with dominance in the space. If that were to happen, then we would have protections in place that would get you out of something that's falling too fast. And instead of just moving into fiats, you actually have the opportunity to jump into something that's rising really fast. So yeah, we're planning all kinds of additional improvements to the code in the next few months. But where it is right now, it would basically try to keep you from getting in all at once. And then even if you were in something like that and you did ride the crash down a little bit, or quite a ways, it would look for a gain into some other cryptocurrency, even if it couldn't find a gain into a fiat.
Well, and the danger of a crash is present in every market. So, I mean, that's not something unique to cryptos.
It's not unique, and what's scary about cryptocurrency is basically that the crashes and the booms and the busts happen faster. You know, the cycle for the global market or for the U.S. Stock market is like an 8 to 15 years. You'll have this all-time high and you'll have this huge crash. But with cryptos, it's like every 8 to 15 weeks. So it's like 50 times faster that the booms and the busts are happening, and that's what scares people. So that's why we try to take the fear out by just having people not have to worry about when the booms and the busts happen. Helium is just going to take care of you.
Very good, very good. All right, so we are here on the air tonight on the Call to Freedom with Mr. Pace Ellsworth of Helium.com. That's helium with an E, HELEM.com. And go to their website. If you want to call in and have some questions for him, give us a call here on the Call to Freedom, 603-283-6160. We'll be right back.
I've been told no in many different ways.
I give you an order and you're going to obey it.
George, you can go this way. You can do that and you have to leave here.
You cannot bring Simon to the rally.
Walk with me. Well, I'm comfortable here, actually. Whoa. Hey. Who do you think you are? Excuse me.
There is no video and audio allowed in this hospital.
No, I have work today.
You ain't going to make it.
Wait a minute.
Whoa.
Hey! Oh my God! Unbelievable! Why are you running from me? Because you're scared me. What am I being detained for?
You're being served.
What is this?
You're being served.
What is this? Bureaucrats have a funny way of telling people no.
That's the sound of the men working on the chain.
Derek J's Victimless Crime Spree. Watch it for free and order the Director's Cut DVD at victimlesscrimespree.com.
Hi, this is Mark Edge of Free Talk Live. Michael W. Dean's book, User's Manual for the Human Experience, changed my life. In a culture that attempts to turn you into a compliant victim, this book gives you implementable steps on everything from how to be aware of your environment, walking down the street, to business, to how to handle a toxic person in your life. If you're a human, you need to read this book at least once. Go to Amazon and get the Kindle version, or paperback, or an audiobook of A User's Manual for the Human Experience.
Free Press Publications is an independent, alternative media and publishing company founded in June 2009 with the mission of ensuring a free press for the freedom movement and is committed to spreading the message of peace, freedom, love, and liberty. FPP also gives new authors an avenue for publishing freedom-oriented material. FPP brings you daily news and commentary on the website fpp.cc, as well as a daily 5-minute newscast, FPP Radio News, and weekly news, views, and commentary in the FPP Freedom Minute and Peace, Love, Liberty Radio at fppradio.com, and the monthly newspaper FPP News at news.fpp.cc. Find FPP online at fpp.cc. That's fpp.cc, as in Creative Commons.
There are lots of ways to listen to Free Talk Live. Our podcast has been around since podcasts began, and now the FTL feed is loaded with content besides our full show archives. Did you know that we make it easy for you to customize your podcast subscriptions? We have different feeds, one that includes only our full shows, one with just the Daily Digest, and one with just the Edgington Post. You decide what you listen to. It's quick and easy to customize your feeds at feeds.freetalklive.com. That's feeds.freetalklive.com. On Free Talk Live, we're bringing people to the ideas of liberty every day. From wrestling superstars like Glenn Jacobs.
You guys really are having an impact, I believe. Like I said, a lot of where I am now is due to listening to Free Talk Live. You changed my mind on some very important issues years ago.
To random people tuning in on the radio.
I was
kind of stuck in the left-right paradigm. I heard your show by chance on a Saturday night. From there, I went on, joined the Free State Project, and become an amplifier. So, I mean, that's really the reason why I amp is because I know that if it wasn't for you guys being on as many stations as you are, I never would have found the ideas of liberty.
Your amp will directly change more lives by getting Free Talk Live in front of people looking for talk radio online and on the air. When you amp Free Talk Live, you get perks like access to the AMP-only Facebook group and AMP podcast. Visit amp.freetalklive.com.
If you enjoy LRN.FM, please contribute to your favorite shows via their websites and become an amplifier at amp.lrn.fm. That's amp.lrn.fm.
You are listening to Call to Freedom's Crypto Hour, brought to you by Helium.com. आप सुन रहे हैं स्वतंत्रता की पुकार के क्रिप्टो आवर को, जिसके प्रस्तुत करता है Helium.com.
FM. Your host, as always, Mr. Will Coley, broadcasting live from our VertCoin studios here in the Shire in Keene, New Hampshire, where it is snowing hard outside. And we are joined today by our guest from Helium, Helium.com. Crypto investments, so easy. Even Fred Sanford could do it. I got Pace Ellsworth here, and we've got a call on the air with us. We've got joining us live from Vermont. We've got Rob on the Call to Freedom. How you doing tonight, Rob?
Hey, how you doing today? Well, hey, congratulations on the brand new show. This is really exciting.
Yeah, we're really excited too. So you had a question for our guest tonight?
Yeah, I've been wanting to get into doing this exact same thing of what you're advertising about. Then there's a whole bunch of other different ones that are out there, but I didn't get involved with them because I didn't really understand. Of course, I'm an old guy and I'm a knucklehead, but I'm thinking about my future and everything, and I'd like to be able to get set up, with what you got to advertise, but I'm not sure. I don't know. I just can't understand some of this really high technical stuff.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, we try to make it as easy as possible. We have a very, very awesome customer service chief that I hired, and I really like how he works with people. So even if you are a knucklehead, even if you're, you're technologically challenged, that's totally okay. What's nice about setting it up is the first step is simply just to go to app.helium.com, app.helium.com, and click Get Started. And that's the first step. You'll just put in your email address and password for a new Uphold account. That's the service that we use that allows us to make all the trades and store funds. So you'll create an Uphold account. You'll get it verified. You'll use your photo ID and have them verify your identity. They do that so that they can connect your bank account to your Uphold account. And that's as far as you need to go. You could also connect a credit card or debit card. And then as soon as you put funds into Helium, which we have videos and explains everything, every step of the way. It's very, very simple. As soon as you put it in, then you're completely done. You don't have to do anything else. You don't have to look at any charts or decide which investments and when to do them. It does the rest of that for you.
Okay, but I mean, is that chart available there for me to be able to see?
Yeah, so our app is really nice. It shows you exactly what currencies you're invested in at any given moment. It shows you what your investment is worth, from where it started and what it was worth along the way, every step, every move that it makes. So it divides your account up, and yeah.
I'm not afraid to go ahead and learn about how this all works. I'm just, I'm real slow, and sometimes, somebody's going to walk along with me to, show me how this works. So, I mean, if all the tools are there, then, maybe I might be able to, catch on a little bit faster if somebody's there to help me. So I got all my cryptocurrencies that I have now. I can use that as well.
Yeah. So what you would do is where you have your cryptocurrencies now, you would set up your Uphold account and get it verified, and then you could send some of your cryptocurrency to Uphold at uphold.com, UPHOLD. And then you would have your address inside Uphold, so you'd be able to control that cryptocurrency still. But then you would transfer some to the Helium app, and then it would be making the decisions. It would be moving the money around for you like an automatic triggering system. So it would basically do the rest of the work for you. So if you want to learn just the basics, I would just go to our homepage. We've got 2 videos on the homepage to explain how it starts.
Okay, and I don't have to pay the federal government anything?
Well, that's between you and the federal government.
Yeah,
that's my only answer on that. I wish it weren't the case, but Uncle Sam always wants something.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
I will say, having used Uphold and Helium myself, that it is extremely easy to navigate and figure out. Everything is presented in a nice and concise form.
That's true.
So it's really easy to step your way through it, even if you're really unfamiliar with it.
And that's one of the main reasons why we decided to propose a sponsorship for Helium, is because it's right in line with our mission here at the Call to Freedom of bringing the world of crypto investments to people like me. Like I can run a soundboard, but outside of that, I am a technological illiterate. Like I can send an email and sign into Facebook, but outside of that, yeah, I mean, you can. I basically everything else that has to do with anything technological, what I do is I get my laptop and I come over here and I go, "Hey, Chris from Think Penguin. Hey, Ian. I don't know what I'm doing. Can you help me or do this for me? Because I'm a dummy." And they go, "Oh yeah, it's so easy." And in like a minute and a half, they do what I couldn't figure out in an hour. So I want to bring the world of altcoin and crypto investments to people like myself. And that's what the show is about, and Helium.com does that exactly. You make it so easy that a dummy like me could make money investing in cryptocurrencies in 5 minutes.
Hey, I got one other question I want to ask, and then I'll let you go, Will.
Go right ahead.
I noticed on Coinomi, there's 2 different coins on there that say red coin.
Really?
Yeah. Did you notice that?
No, I had not, because I have I have Ruby coins and I have red coins with a double D. But I don't see one that's called red coin without a double D. Now, I have seen on exchanges, I have seen another red coin, but I haven't seen it in the Coinomi wallet.
Okay. All right, well, no, it's not in the Coinomi wallet, but it would be like in the other, it's CoinCap.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, now, when I go to Cryptopia or Yobits, they both have another red coin, but I don't really trade in it. I don't know very much about it. I haven't really heard much about it. It may be something that we decide one day to contact the developers for, and get Aria and her investigative team out there checking them out and seeing what's good and if it's on the up and up. Pack coins is one I think I would like for us to take a look into fairly soon, that I'm seeing on exchanges just pump. But when I'm saying pump, I mean it's going from like 0.5 zeros and an 8 to 3 zeros and a 2, which doesn't seem like much.
I noticed that Blackcoin is really kind of skyrocketed up. It went up to, at one point, it was at $1.31.
Yeah, that's Aria's favorite there. That's Aria making money right there.
It is, and we actually had the Blackcoin developer on the show a couple of months ago.
We did have the Blackcoin developers on the show a couple of months ago. All right, well, anything else, Rob?
No, that's it. I don't want to tie up the whole show,
All right. Well, thanks for calling in tonight, Rob, and we'll probably hear from you again sometime soon. So we've got Pace Ellsworth on with us tonight from helium.com. That's helium with an E.com. We'll be back here after the break. If you want to ask him some questions, call us at 603-283-6160 here on the Call to Freedom on LRN.FM.
Should you be able to earn an honest living free from senseless government interference? The Institute for Justice thinks so. That's why we've spent years defending hard-working men and women from pointless government regulations. Nationwide, IJ has created opportunity by reducing government power. But there is still more work to be done. Visit our website today at ij.org. Let IJ take care of the government so you can take care of your business.
The Free State Project has reached its goal of 20,000 liberty lovers who've pledged to move to New Hampshire and get active to achieve liberty in our lifetime. Perhaps you're trying to figure out what part of New Hampshire should be your destination. If so, consider Keene. You'll find more than 150 reasons to move to Keene at move.freekeene.com. Keene is famous for its historic, publicity-generating activism, as well as being the liberty media capital of the world. It's home to freekeene.com, New Hampshire's destination for liberty activism, news, and opinion. For years, we've been compiling over 150 reasons to move to Keene at move.freekeene.com, where you'll learn about some of what's happening here and what makes Keene a great place to live. If you love liberty, you'll probably enjoy anywhere you end up in the Shire. But do your due diligence first. Please visit move.freekeene.com for the full list of over 150 reasons to move to Keene. That's move.freekeene.com.
Did you know you can get news updates about what's happening with the Liberty Radio Network delivered in the way you prefer? You can sign up for our email updates at updates.lrn.fm. Plus, you can stay in the loop by joining our Facebook profile at facebook.lrn.fm or follow us at Twitter at twitter.lrn.fm. It's all free, so sign up now at updates.lrn.fm for news updates delivered to your email box, facebook.lrn.fm to follow our Facebook page, and twitter.lrn.fm to receive our tweets.
Radio is the most personal of mediums. I exist right now in your head. If you listen to Free Talk Live regularly, you know me. Free Talk Live is on more than 160 radio stations around the U.S. and has been downloaded on every continent around the world. Hundreds of thousands of listeners with ad packages from $600 a month to $6,000 a month. Imagine what we can do for your business, project, website, or idea. Email me, mark@freetalklive.com.
Imagine someone in your community getting in their car, turning on the radio, and hearing the Liberty Radio Network. You can make that vision a reality with your own micro radio station. Visit broadcast.lrn.fm to learn how you can put our programs on the air in your area. You can have LRN.FM running around the clock, and you can even add in your own local shows. Building a radio station is simple, but programming isn't. That's where LRN.FM comes in. Learn more at broadcast.lrn.fm. That's broadcast.lrn.fm.
This is Michael Dean from the Freedom Fiends. I've run websites since 1996 and have used over a dozen web hosts in that time. AgoristHosting.com is the only one that hasn't broken my heart. Agorist Hosting's uptime and service is stellar, and their DDoS mitigation is the best I've seen. That's important because if you tell the truth in this world, you'll ruffle feathers. And some people will try dirty tricks to silence your voice. No matter what the haters hit us with, Agorist Hosting keeps our websites online. If you have a mission-critical commercial presence or a world-changing activism site, you cannot tolerate any skullduggery. So go with AgoristHosting.com. Have a WordPress or blog site, but you're not satisfied with performance or uptime? Or just want raw hosting? Want to pay with Bitcoin? Agorist Hosting specializes in high-performance hosting with personalized service. Go to AgoristHosting.com and click on the button that says Get Hosted. That's AgoristHosting.com.
You're listening to the best liberty-oriented audio streamed around the clock, on the air, and online. This is the Liberty Radio Network at LRN.FM.
You are listening to the Crypto Hour on the Call to Freedom, brought to you by Helium.com. Unasikiliza Crypto Hour inayohusu wito wa uhuru, imeletwa kwako na Helium.com.
Call to Freedom on LRN.FM. Our maiden broadcast here at prime time, 4 to 7 p.m. Enjoying our first crypto hour brought to you by Helium.com. That's Helium with an E, HELEUM.com, and visit them at Helium.com/CTF for some great investment opportunities. Now, we have another caller on the line. We wouldn't really do this, but we're going to make an exception specifically because they want to talk to the guest, Pace. We've got Jay on again with us from Ware, New Hampshire, and he has a guest for Pace. How you doing, Jay?
Hey, I'm doing well. Thank you for having me on again. And my question for your guest is, how does someone who doesn't have any slave documents, such as me, I don't have a Social Security number. I have rejected all benefits that the state has to offer. As far as I'm concerned, we've talked a little bit about this. Simply using a name and date of birth that's on a birth document that the state created is, as far as I can tell, is intellectual property of the state. Based on, I won't get into all that, but so anyways, I don't have a Social Security number. I don't have any government ID. Is this a service I can use?
Well, first off, let me say kudos. That's a lot of work, obviously, a lot of sacrifice that a lot of people don't want to go through. So, for the effort, congratulations and good luck. As far as Uphold goes, we can only use people that use Uphold, and I don't know what their policy is regarding people that don't have a Social Security number to reference, but that's something that I'd have to ask them because I've never had that question before. So I don't know, but I can ask Uphold for future reference if there's any case where someone doesn't have a valid government ID document. It's definitely going to be more difficult, but I don't know.
That was my first red flag with Ripple back in July. I tried to set up a Ripple wallet. And I was able to set up some Ripple wallets, but before I could get a receive address, I had to complete all this know your customer stuff, 2 forms of ID, So basically, I'm like, this is GoldmanSucks.gov FedCoin now.
Exactly.
Because it's basically the same thing I need to open up a bank account. So it sounds like, I want to,
Did you have a driver's license, or did you forego that too?
Oh no, I revoked the driver's license myself, rescinded it actually years ago. I don't have any form of government ID because that's all benefits that ties you into the system. I've been a courtroom activist for literally 22 years. I've been doing this ever since I was 15 years old. And
thanks for fighting that
fight. You have no rights in the courtroom.
What I would say for now is to hold off until we find out more about that situation. For now, I think it's probably the answer. The answer today is no, but I think at least from what I can guess. But we are going to be open sourcing our software, and from that point, if you can get your funds, from local bitcoins into a private anonymous wallet, and get onto an exchange where you could use it, then there's a potential in the future where you could use the algorithm, but for now, today, with the app as it currently stands, I think it requires too much identification.
And from the way I feel about things, everything I do in my daily life, my activities, my money I spend, the things I promote, the things I talk to my friend about, all have to be consistent with liberty and freedom, because that's the most important thing. That's the whole purpose of the show we're on. That's the whole your idea that libertarians, anarchists are even into cryptocurrency because it further promotes liberty and freedom. But when you need to have government documents, when you need to show your papers that to participate in these things that isn't benefiting liberty and freedom, that isn't helping the cause, and so there's a lot of people that won't get on board with this just because of that. And obviously, there's people that don't care. They don't care. They're happy to, participate with government and jump through hoops and, do things to further legitimize this government that is, causing all these problems. And Every action of my life, I think about it literally. Will this legitimize government? Just the fact that someone's going to take, food stamps and stuff will legitimize government. So,
I'm in full agreement with you there. To do everything you can. The way I kind of see this, and I'm sure some people would disagree. I think there's there's stepping stones, for people, and there are a lot of people that are on the statist end of the spectrum. They're not there yet. It wouldn't even enter in their mind that it would be permissible to not have a valid government ID, something like that, or that it doesn't enter into their mind it would be permissible to not have a bank account, with a major bank. So, like, for those kind of people, I think we're mainly reaching out to them to get them introduced to cryptocurrencies so that they can take the next step along the path. And then they can go from there to a private wallet, and then they can go from there to an anonymous one. And so little by little, I think it's going to take a while for most people out there, because most people are still, they can't even see where you are. They don't even know that people like you are out there.
What you want is for helium to be the gateway drug to Monero, basically.
That's basically what I'm thinking. Is we can get there. But I'm talking about the billions that rely on the myth of the state. That we need to get them into a position where they can rely on that myth a little less, and it's just gonna take a while for them to completely get rid of the myth.
All right.
So for that, I props to you, kudos, good luck. But we are gonna do everything we can to support people in your position as well.
All right. Well, thanks for calling in with us, Jay. Is there anything else particularly you had to bring up?
Well, that's about it. I was just curious. So I would love to hear some kind of announcement, or maybe I'll see if I can get on if your website there would be an emailing list to get on, and when you guys have, getting around the man, as like they like to call it, that's when I'd be interested.
Well, just listen here to the Call to Freedom, and any new software updates that come out from Helium.com, I am sure they are going to let us know so that we can let our listening audience know all the updates that come from their great service. So thanks for calling in, Jay. Now back to you, Pace. What cryptocurrencies can I use? So I've got I personally own like 27 different cryptocurrencies, and I'm sure you probably don't accept all of those. So what can I use for your service in order to go to invest if I wanted to invest today?
Well, what it looks like right now is for the first, for our whole testing period before our launch, we had Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum, the three most well-known ones. And then we recently added Dash Digital Cash, what used to be Darkcoin. So those are four really well-known ones. Those are the four that are active in the system at this moment. But Uphold has a couple more now that we are going to be using in the near future. The Basic Attention Token, BAT. We're going to use Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin Gold. And we might actually, this is a funky one. This is a very interesting one, maybe for this audience. They actually allow you to store your money as gold, tied to the price of physical gold.
It's like a gold
so we
tether.
might actually be adding that to our system in the near future too.
Gold tethers, wow.
Yeah.
What about Vertcoin? Any chances you might start taking Vertcoin sometime?
Well, we'd have to wait until Uphold adds it. I think because that's a much smaller one, there's less likelihood they're going to do it in the near future. But once we open source this, people can adapt the algorithm, the system to any other exchange. So they could do one where Vertcoin is there too. And we plan on looking at implementing this on other exchanges. You just got to tell me which one Vertcoin's on.
Very cool. It's on quite a few exchanges. Bittrex, Pollinix, cool. HitBTC, YoBits. It's on quite a few exchanges, and here in the U.S. and overseas.
Wonderful.
We've been talking to Pace Ellsworth here on the Crypto Hour. We'd like to thank you for coming in and for sponsoring the Crypto Hour itself. It's been a pleasure having you in the studio, on the air with us tonight, and we hope that this is a fruitful venture for the both of us.
Yes, thank you. And yeah, I really hope so too. I think it will be. I'm looking forward to the future of your show.
So are we. All right. Well, coming back for you here on the other side of the break, we've got more political talk and all the greatest stories this week. Or you can call in 603-283-6160 here on the Call to Freedom on LRN.FM.
Is spreading the message of liberty, cryptocurrency, and peace around the globe worth $2 per month to you? As you may already know, in addition to our internet feed, LRN.FM broadcasts on free-to-air satellite across North and Central America, as well as Sub-Saharan Africa. And we've been available on satellite for free 24/7 since 2010. The LRN.FM free-to-air satellite signal is reaching some of the most oppressive regimes in the world, and there's no doubt our ideas are making an impact. You can learn more about the channel's impact by watching the 3-minute video at fund.lrn.fm. If you'd like to help free minds globally with our ideas of liberty, cryptocurrency, and peace, you can donate as little as $2 per month via fund.lrn.fm. You can help us continue and expand our satellite broadcast to multiple continents. Visit fund.lrn.fm today, and thank you for your help. Don't forget to share the link on social media. That's fund.lrn.fm.
The 3 most important things you can do for LRN.FM are: 1. Let your friends know you're listening to LRN.FM on your social networking profile. 2. Buy the things you buy online through shop.lrn.fm. 3. Give $5 a month to the AMP program at amp.lrn.fm. It's my firm belief that the AMP program is the best use of your charitable dollar among liberty-oriented groups. Support all your favorite organizations, but make sure you give $5 a month to the AMP program at amp.lrn.fm.
This Your Family Today tip is brought to you by Boost Kid Essentials Nutritionally Complete Drink, providing your picky eater with essential nutrition and great taste in one drink. Visit us at kidessentials.com. To make sure your kids eat healthy, follow the 5-a-day plan. Serve 3 servings of vegetables and 2 servings of fruit daily. Remember, a serving could just mean a piece of fruit or a half cup of veggies. If your kids are picky eaters, ask a nutritionist about other sources. For more tips like these, visit us at parenthood.com/yourfamilytoday.
More of the Call to Freedom is coming up next, live after the news on the Liberty Radio Network at LRN.FM.
From Keene, the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Monday, January 8th, 2018. Silver is trading at $17.18 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,320 per ounce. Zencash is trading at $53, and the average price of Bitcoin is $15,418. Antiwar.com reports with an estimated 1,000 people arrested over the course of a little over a week in protest in Iran, the most high-profile may ultimately be the most surprising. With reports, former President Mahmoud Ahmadinejad has been jailed for incitement. Though Ahmadinejad has not really been linked to the protest movement, he made comments during his visit to Bushehr in late December, which seems to express support for them, faulting the leadership for being detached from the problems and concerns of the people. This makes the narrative a lot trickier internationally, as the U.S. has sought to brand the new protest as a continuation of the 2009 protests, which were themselves against Ahmadinejad's contested re-election. The newer protests started with small economic protest over high inflation and unemployment, and a crackdown fairly quickly angered the public and turned it into a political battle. Iran's Revolutionary Guard have declared the protest over at this point, and indications are that the only rallies on Saturday were in support of the government and against the protesters, whom the leadership have branded as U.S.-backed.
For over 40 years, Roberts & Roberts Brokerage has been a trusted source for buying and selling precious metals. Gold, silver, platinum, and palladium. They don't feed the banks. They're Bitcoin preferred and have removed the minimum purchase amount for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Roberts & Roberts Brokerage today for knowledgeable advice on buying and selling precious metals and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 800-874-9760 or visit online at rrbi.co.
UPI reports President Donald Trump plans to unveil an agriculture initiative seeking to bring broadband internet connection to rural America at the America Farm Bureau Federation's annual convention. Trump will speak alongside Secretary of Agriculture Sonny Perdue on Monday to address a report by the Interagency Task Force on Agriculture and Rural Prosperity, which he established with an executive order in April. Much of the report was built on the basis of bringing broadband internet to rural America, according to Grace Coe, Special Assistant for Technology Technology, Telecommunications, and Cybersecurity at the National Economic Council. The FCC estimates about 39% of rural Americans lack access to quality broadband, which Coe attributed to a lack of interest from broadband providers. She said that is primarily because you have very little incentive to build out because the cost of deployment are high and very little promise of return because the revenue base is small. It makes it difficult to actually justify a business case for building that out. Well, we have to change that. Coe said the administration plans to use federal assets such as the pre-established towers on federal lands, as well as dark fiber deployed by agencies to allow rural providers to interconnect and provide service to communities that have not had access to broadband before. She added the administration also seeks to implement the congressional directive of 2011 by standardizing forms and contracts for antennas sitting on federal buildings. Trump is also expected to address NAFTA and the expiring Farm Bill while speaking at the 99th Annual American Farm Bureau Federation Convention.
Are you looking for a cryptocurrency that has a focus on users and usability? Then look into Zencash. Zencash is the world's first private, distributed, and reliable platform for communications, transactions, and publishing. Zencash features global governance with inclusive decision-making, reliable funding for continuous improvements, and documentation and wallets in many languages that are available for Linux, Mac, Windows, and Android devices. Learn more at zensystem.io. That's zensystem.io.
Reuters reports flooding from a water main break forced the temporary suspension of some flights at New York's JFK International Airport on Sunday, adding to the misery of travelers after a winter storm canceled or delayed hundreds of flights in recent days. The disruption occurred while the northeast of the United States continued to endure bone-chilling weather, with New York temperatures at 17 degrees Fahrenheit. International flights to Terminal 4 were temporarily suspended, and passengers who had already arrived there were diverted to other terminals, according to the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey, which operates the airport. The authority said a water pipe that feeds the terminal's sprinkler system broke, which caused flooding and led to a temporary power cut in some areas as a safety measure. More than 500 flights into or out of JFK were canceled and nearly 1,400 delayed from Friday morning to Sunday afternoon. This has been FPP Radio News. Online at fppradio.com.
Are you a helpless moron perplexed by the world? Wish there was a device that enabled you to consult the Onion Book of Known Knowledge anytime, anywhere? Then you need the Bookbjorn, the amazing new wearable invention that makes you and the Onion Book of Known Knowledge inseparable. Never again be stumped by the panoply of bizarre objects filling your field of vision. Never take it off. Never be without it. All this for just 4 easy payments of $39.93. The Bookbjorn. The Bookbjorn. And if you call now, you'll receive the special page-turning wand. Turn pages with the greatest of ease. The special reading light to wrench knowledge from utter darkness. The book umbrella to protect the Onion Book of Known Knowledge's precious pages from the elements. Bookbjorn. This $800 value can be yours today. Send a check or money order to the Bookbjorn, care of the Zwiebel Center for Knowledge Studies, 15 Zwiebel Way, Macau, China. Do not hesitate. Buy now. The Bookbjorn.
You are listening to the Call to Freedom on LRN.FM. Unasikiliza wito wa uhuru katika LRN.FM.
Welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out. Welcome back to that same old place that you laughed about. Well, the names have all changed since you hung around, but those dreams have remained and they've turned around. Who'd have thought they'd lead you? Who'd have thought they'd lead you? Back here where we need you. Back here where we need you.
All right, and welcome back. Welcome back here to the Call to Freedom on LRN.FM. Welcome back to the final hour of our maiden broadcast here on Monday night, January the 8th. I'm just loving it, guys. This is nice.
She's not a maiden anymore.
No, not a maiden anymore. We are, it's great, man. Just, woohoo! But all right,
Speaking of which,
enough. Yeah, right. Speaking of hollering and being all worked up, Tom, you got a story for us tonight from the halls of celebrity. But before we get into that, I just wanted to say one more time: if you want to call the show or get involved on the topic at hand, or you hear that faucet sound because it hasn't played yet this episode, make sure you call in 603-283-6160. That's 603-283-6160, or call in on our Skype user line at lrn.fm. Go ahead and take it away, Tom.
So last night at the Golden Globes, Oprah Winfrey was given the Cecil B. DeMille Award for Lifetime Achievements. And she gave a speech that was really more or less exactly the speech you would expect Oprah to give. She talked about how she was a little girl and watched Sidney Poitier, get the first Oscar for a black actor, blah, blah, blah. And I really didn't think anything of it until this morning when my newsfeed was flooded with Democrat friends who are now talking about wanting Oprah to run for president. That Oprah and that presidency.
Yeah.
And I can't help but think to myself, it wasn't that long ago that we had a celebrity television personality with no prior political experience who said things that inflamed, basically a small minority of one of the two major parties, who ended up being a presidential nominee, and now we have him.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Obama.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
Maybe I was. I don't know. Maybe I was.
Never know. You don't know anymore. I don't know anymore.
I mean, why not make it a three-peat instead of just a do-over? And here's the really funny part. The really funny part, though, isn't, and this is apparently true, she is seriously thinking about running for president in 2020 against Donald Trump. So you would have Donald Trump versus Oprah Winfrey, and there's probably a Simpsons episode about this already that I'm just not familiar with. But the part that really made me laugh was that I have friends who are further to the left than my usual Democrat friends, who are just incensed at the idea of Oprah running for president, not because she's a celebrity, not because she's a television personality, not because she has zero political experience, but because she is, and I quote, a capitalist.
She makes money?
She makes money.
No. That is
profit.
Such a terrible thing. Making money.
Speaking of which, I hear
you get free money.
Free money!
Free money for everyone! Well, not everyone. But how about...
just one of you.
How about the third caller? 603-283-6160. Call in, get yourself some free money. We're going to be giving away $10 in Vertcoin. The, excuse me, the generous traders and miners in the Vertcoin Discord chat room have decided to donate yesterday some Vertcoin, and we are going to give that Vertcoin away today. I can't tell you how much it is, but we're going to give some away. We're going to give away some Vertcoin right now. One line, two lines. All right, come on, come on, come on, come on. Ah, bam, there we go. Caller, you're on the air. How are you today? Hello?
Hey, Will, did you say free money?
Oh, hey.
Yes, we did.
Is this Rob from Vermont?
Yes.
Oh, Rob from Vermont. You were listening in. You heard the sound. You were the third caller. What do we got here? All right. The guys from Vertcoin. Let me take a look at my wallet. I got a couple of different transactions. So let's see here what I've got for you. We've got 3.23 Vertcoin right here. 3.23 Vertcoin. That is a total of $22.16 in Vertcoin to Rob from Vermont. $22.16. Now, part of that Vertcoin, like I said, was provided by the wonderful miners over here. There, some of them listening right now in the Discord chat room, provided generously by our Vertcoin studio sponsor, Vertcoin. If you are an anarchist, if you are a libertarian, if you're a voluntarist, and you are devoted to the concept of decentralization, then you should also want to see the further decentralization of mining. You should support Vertcoin. Go buy some Vertcoin. Get the one-click miner. Mine some Vertcoin. Vertcoin, your ASICs mining resistant coin of choice. So thanks for calling in, Rob. Hang out for a little while. I'm going to put you on hold. When we go to commercial, I'm going to get some information from you and give some information to you so that you can send us an email in with your password in order to get your free Vertcoins. There you go, folks. It is just that easy. Just that easy. Listen for the sounds. Be the proper caller. Get free money. We've given away over $32 in cryptocurrencies on this episode today. We want to do more free money tomorrow. Be sure that you listen in to the show every single day, 4 to 7 p.m. here on the Call to Freedom on LRN.FM. Listen on your TuneIn app. Tune us in on your phone, on your drive home from work. Put us on your speed dial so that you can be the caller. You can be the big winner. Get your free money, free cryptocurrencies giveaways right here on your show for cryptocurrency and political talk, The Call to Freedom. Now, I hated to interrupt you, Tom. We got about
you love doing that.
I do. We got about a minute and a half before commercial, bud. You want to take over for a sec?
I mean, really, what else is there to say? It's like
you get free money. You get free money. Everybody can get free money.
But mostly Rob.
Everybody had the opportunity that was listening, but Rob got lucky and was the proper call.
Everybody had the opportunity. Now you're talking that capitalist talk again, Will.
Which is why the lefties don't like Oprah, evidently.
Yeah, apparently.
And it's why they don't like us.
It's why they really don't like us.
Oprah, their problem with Oprah is she only gives away free stuff to the people who are actually in the studio at the time. You know, if she might have a better chance at securing the nomination if she had given it away to, like, everybody, even the people who weren't expecting anything, even the people who didn't need stuff.
Even the people who didn't deserve it, you mean? Yeah, that's right.
You went there.
I did, because it's the Call to Freedom, and I love stepping over that line. All right, well, when we get back here on the Call to Freedom, we're going to continue to talk about the possibility of Oprah running for president in 2020. And if you want to weigh in, please give us a call, 603-283-6160. It's a Call to Freedom on LRN.FM.
What do you shop for that you could otherwise buy at Amazon? Pretty much everything, right? Amazon has competitive pricing and they deliver, and that's a big plus. If you could plan ahead in your shopping, would you be interested in saving up to 33%? There's a catch. You have to do your shopping in Bitcoin. But imagine those savings. It's like a huge raise. All you have to do is go to SaveItPurse.com. We've saved thousands, and you can too. Plan ahead and save. SaveItPurse.com.
Catch the Call to Freedom at its new time, weekdays from 4 to 7 p.m. The Call to Freedom is the only live drive-home call-in show in the U.S. with a segment devoted to cryptocurrencies. Crypto Hour, brought to you by Helium.com, live from Vertcoin Studios in New Hampshire. Learn about what makes cryptocurrencies so great and why you should care about them. Updates on new coins and ICOs, and warnings of scams. Plus, hear from traders, whales, developers, and big names in the crypto world. You can also win crypto coins or tokens every episode. Just listen for the faucet sound and be the 5th caller to get free Dash, Litecoin, Vertcoin, Verge, or other cryptocurrencies. The Call to Freedom with Will and Aria, featuring Crypto Hour. Broadcast internationally through our BitPlus network satellite. Weekdays from 4 to 7 p.m. on LRN FM.
Did you know we've taken our LRN.FM telephone listen line to a new level with the LRN.FM audio on demand line? Now you can call 712-770-8447 anytime and listen to LRN.FM's live feed. And you can listen to a bunch of our original shows on demand. Long distance fees may apply. Just dial 712-770-8447 and choose from the menu. 712-770-8447.
Looking for a great real estate investment? Consider New Hampshire, which is ground zero for the Liberty Movement. Your first call should be to Mark Worden from Porcupine Real Estate. He's more than just a real estate agent. He's your New Hampshire concierge. Where are the best places to live? Do you want farm, city, the burbs, or forest? Do you want a duplex or multifamily building so that renters pay your mortgage? There are homes in all price ranges in New Hampshire, and Mark can help with financing too. Invest in Liberty and property. Mark Worden can help. PorcupineRealEstate.com. Did you know you can listen to LRN.FM via our free-to-air satellite channels? We have channels over nearly all of North America and much of Africa. All you need is an affordable receiver and a dish as small as 30 inches. There are no monthly fees. Learn more at sat.lrn.fm. Plus, if you are a broadcaster or want to be one, this is a good delivery method for our content. See our coverage maps and get details at sat.lrn.fm. That's sat.lrn.fm. sat.lrn.fm.
Hey, I'm LRN.FM Program Director Ian Freeman. If you're listening to our free-to-air satellite feed in North or Central America, heads up! We've been on the same channel on the Galaxy 19 satellite since 2010, but now our satellite provider is moving us to a new channel on a different transponder. The original channel will stay on the air until the end of February to give you time to transition without any loss of service, so don't delay. I've posted the new channel details at sat.lrn.fm, but in case you're listening with no internet access, if you do a blind scan on your receiver, you should see the new channel at transponder 12, 11,936 MHz, horizontal polarization, symbol rate 20,000, FEC 3/4. All that information is at sat.lrn.fm, as well as a link to our Patreon where you can support our channels for just $2 a month. Visit sat.lrn.fm for more information about our international satellite channels, and thanks for listening to LRN.fm.
While our satellite channel is free to listen to, it's not free for us. You can help us cover our satellite costs with the chip-in on the right side of the page at lrn.fm.
You are listening to the Call to Freedom live on LRN.FM. تستمعون إلى نداء للحرية مباشرة على LRN.FM.
Call to Freedom on LRN.FM. Joining you here live from our Vertcoin studios, broadcasting internationally on our BitPlus Networks satellite. It's been a heck of a show today, guys. I am very, very pleased with this maiden voyage. It has been a lot of fun so far. And we have another caller on with us today. We have Stefan from Ohio. You're on the Call to Freedom Live. How you doing tonight, Stefan?
I'm doing good. You're kind of making me want to get into cryptos just so I can get some of that free money you're giving away.
Well, you ought
to,
man.
You can get into it by getting in. You can get into cryptos by getting the free money.
I noticed you would mention the idea of Oprah Winfrey running for president, and honestly, I don't know whether to take it seriously or not, because I don't know if you...
She is.
I don't know, man, because it seems like the idea of her running has always been floated. Like in the past 4 or 5 election cycles, everybody seemed to think, "Oh, Oprah Winfrey might make a run at it."
Yeah, but
and I'm not sure what.
I think there's actually some seriousness behind it. Like the the word is that she's actually like she's doing like The Rock. She's kind of trying to set herself up a little bit and put herself out in specific places to make statements in specific times and say certain things when in the public eye to kind of court the idea that she should be president, just like Trump did.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Because for the longest time, most people didn't take Trump seriously because, again, his name was floated a lot too. But here's some of the irony: if you remember in 2000, Donald Trump ran for president, and the great irony here is he wanted Oprah Winfrey as his running mate at that time.
Yeah.
How's that ironic? They're both liberals at heart.
I mean, well, I don't know what
they
Trump
would
is,
be running against each other now, and her as the great liberal savior, and him as the like command, like he's the evil no heart living on No Love Mountain. It's like the Care Bear special,
Oh, frick. What was that guy's name? No Heart. Yeah, the guy that lived on the mountain.
I have little kids, trust me. I have 2 daughters. I know me some Care Bear.
I still have
You
those
haven't watched
VHS
a
tapes
new
laying
show
around.
since 1989.
Yeah, but you gotta ask, would Oprah Winfrey actually win the Democratic nomination if she were to go at it?
Of course she would.
Yeah.
Well,
she's
I don't
Obama
know.
and Trump mixed together. I don't think the I hate capitalism is going to be strong enough.
I don't know.
As long as she's going, you get free college, and you get free health care, and you get free food, and you get free housing. And
she looks a lot prettier doing it than Bernie did.
Yeah, exactly.
And they call her a capitalist.
Yeah.
You get free food, you get free housing, and they call her a capitalist.
Well, that's what I was going to ask. Like, what if somebody like Bernie Sanders or Joe Biden or Elizabeth Warren was in that race as well? You don't think there'd be any competition there?
I think
he would find out exactly how ageist the Democratic Party actually is. And in case you didn't know already, they kicked Bernie to the curb because he was too old.
Well, not only that, he turned on the party as soon as everything was over. He went back to being an independent, and now they're
was never a Democrat in the first place. He just ran for the nomination.
Yeah, he got walloped because of that. I mean, I hate when people say that race was close. It wasn't. He got absolutely walloped. That was a landslide.
Yes, he got murdered.
Everybody was like, oh, it was so close. He won, like, middle and nowhere states that nobody cares about.
Like the one he's from.
Yeah, but his followers didn't mind, the third beach house and things like that. When it comes to it, they can really get into some pretty deep cognitive dissonance. The being a capitalist thing, it may not necessarily hurt her with the far left if she can just throw around free college enough. So she could very well win.
Or things like that.
Because
they think that's how you win.
You also have to ask yourself, who is going to run to the left of Oprah that's going to attract people who would otherwise vote for Oprah away from
Tulsi
Oprah?
Gabbard. Or Nina Turner. Think about it. Nina Turner is a progressive from my state, also a black woman, also supports these things, supports universal basic income. She's very far left. I mean, granted, she lost the last election she was in, but...
I'm going Gabbard.
But who are they going to attract away from Oprah?
I mean, as said, Nina Turner has the black woman thing going for her, the same way Oprah does, and she's to the left of her.
Nobody has the black woman thing going for them the way that Oprah does. Nobody. She is not the black woman prime.
And let's not also forget that Nina Turner has had experience winning elections and is involved with Bernie Sanders' group, the Our Revolution group.
Yeah, but Oprah has name recognition that, the only other person who could match would be Trump.
Well, what if Bernie Sanders were to endorse Nina Turner?
The only person in America with more name recognition than Oprah is Bill Clinton and Jesus.
That, and there are still an appreciable number of Democrats who blame Bernie for Hillary losing. Don't ask me how, but they do. So I don't know
should blame the far left within their party. Is who they should blame.
But Bernie is like a proxy for that. So like a Bernie endorsement, that that would be as much a kiss of death as it would anything.
Well, what about his supporters? The supporters wouldn't care what the party said. They would still vote for whoever he endorsed just because he endorsed them. I don't think Bernie's going to do it. I don't think he's going to, like, run for president again. Everybody's like, oh, Bernie's going to run again. No, he's not. He's going to be 79 years old. He's going to get bludgeoned with that.
We're assuming he's going to be alive, too.
Yeah, like, he could... I hate saying it because, you know what, I don't want anybody to die, but this man could drop dead any day now. He's well past his life expectancy.
You know, I like Bernie. I almost think that would be like a merciful release. So it's not that I, want Bernie Sanders to die. I just don't think it would be a particularly bad outcome for him.
With the idea of Oprah, I'm just going to throw this out here. Don't you think it's kind of sad that we're having this trend of, really bombastic billionaires that had huge TV shows running for president? We're getting to the point where celebrities like The Rock, Donald Trump, Oprah Winfrey, these are becoming people we want to run for president.
Now, The Rock does not have $1 billion. The Rock does, however, have the people's elbow. And that is something Oprah could not match.
Well, why are we... I'm just confused as to why we're making it so celebrities are the people we're floating to run for president. I mean, not only are they going to take over pop culture, they're going to take over politics.
It's the new playbook. It's like saying, why are we all drafting 6'5" receivers now? It's because of Calvin Johnson. Never mind that before him, all the great receivers were under 6 feet. Now the Republicans have Trump. The Democrats want the same thing.
Somebody just give us a Perry Coley ticket, and I'll be happy.
Hallelujah. We had a Perry Coley ticket.
Yeah. Well, hopefully this time you guys can do it.
Right. All right. Well, we'll be back here on the Call to Freedom in just a little while with more of your calls and thoughts here on the Call to Freedom on LRN.FM.
Whiskey, won't you come and take my trouble?
According to a new report, the vast majority of Americans simply want to be safe, happy, rich, comfortable, entertained, thin, and romantically fulfilled. The Onion spoke to a few of the survey's respondents who also claimed they want to be healthy, fulfilled, and successful and energized at all times.
All I want is a low-stress job, a nice house, affordable health care, and low gas prices, It'd be nice to have a 35-hour work week, delicious food that's actually good for me, strong friendships, and free high-speed Wi-Fi wherever I go.
I think I'm entitled to wealth, love, cheap education, a fair legal process.
According to the survey, 63% of all Americans want their summers to be hot but not too hot. 85% want the government to stop all wars, end world hunger, and make quick and easy weight loss possible. 93% want to be emotionally satisfied, plus a soulmate, unconditional love from their parents, and a big happy dog.
This is the Onion News Network.
Are you tired of governments murdering people around the world? Stop using their money. There is an alternative. Bitcoin is a stateless free market non-political currency. Bitcoin cannot be inflated or controlled by any government. By using their money, you are helping the state. Stop doing it. You have an incredible alternative available now. Learn it, use it, spread it. Get started with Bitcoin at bitcoin.com. That's bitcoin.com.
Since time began, tyrants have taken aim at personal liberties. Now there's a movie that aims back.
The government has no more right to tell us what to put in our bodies than they have to take our guns or tell us what books we can read.
6 drug police were eaten by bears while raiding a marijuana farm.
On your knees, you dirty hippie! Jesus. On your knees! What's the problem, officer?
Today, many cops who enforce pot laws do so only because it provides them with cushy jobs, good benefits, and a chance to push people around.
I was an undercover narcotics officer. The drug war is nothing but a farce.
The Second Amendment says you gotta keep you and your gat intact.
Guns and Weed, The Road to Freedom. A film by Michael W. Dean and Nima Vadadi.
DVD available now at gunsandweed.com or on Amazon. That's gunsandweed.com. Makes the perfect gift. Remember, that's gunsandweed.com.
Here's a chance to do a little activism while you're cruising Facebook, Twitter, or Google+. Between the LOL cats, the recipes, the hot girls, and the inspirational sunrise memes, Free Talk Live's posts pass by your newsfeed. Like them, comment. It gives us more exposure. If you don't see our posts, click like at facebook.freetalklive.com and then hover over it to click Get Notifications. It's an easy way to spread the ideas of liberty a bit further. I know you're busy, but you can spare that tenth of a calorie it takes to click on something. facebook.freetalklive.com.
The warning signs.
First, he made me feel special. He promised he'd look after me, provide for my future. He broke every promise he made.
Millions of Americans afflicted.
I was ready to leave, but he told me he'd change. So I gave him another chance. I was such a fool.
The consequences.
Things only got worse. He started making my decisions for me. About my job, my kids' education, my money. My safety, my future. He took away my choices, but I kept going back to the same politicians.
The diagnosis? Battered voter syndrome.
I fell for the same old lies. They were just playing with my emotions, telling me what I wanted to hear. That's not right.
If you're tired of the two-party system but want to support a principled Libertarian Party, check out the Libertarian Party of New Hampshire at lpnh.org. That's lpnh.org.
Do you love Twitter? Make sure you favorite the LRN.FM Twitter account so you can receive our tweets at twitter.lrn.fm. That's twitter.lrn.fm.
This is Angel Clark, and you're listening to The Call to Freedom on LRN.fm.
Welcome back here to the Call to Freedom on LRN.FM. Winding down here, just another half hour left here on our first broadcast live, 4 to 7, drive home, prime time. We've given away over $32 in free cryptocurrencies on this episode. We look to give away more tomorrow, 2 giveaways every episode for the first 45 days, and 1 giveaway every episode just in general. So we've got Stephen from Ohio. He's on with us right now, and we're talking about, celebrities running for office. Oprah made a statement at some big event, and now the speculation is instead of Oprah running with Trump as he wanted back in the day, it'll be Oprah running against Trump. She will be the great liberal savior that saves us from Nohart and his dastardly minions. So
like Beastly.
With who's Beastly? Is Steve Bannon Beastly, or is no? Sean Hannity gets to be Beastly.
Yes.
No, Hart. I am so sorry. Don't hit me again, no Hart.
That's a good Beastly, actually. I gotta say. But what I was going to say about the idea of celebrities running for president is I think it just makes people lazy when they go to the polls. Because people will just end up voting for the celebrities they like.
Didn't for example, Heinlein specifically predict this, though?
Refresh my memory?
I think it was Heinlein that said that, that basically the American public will eventually have a president who's as dumb as they are. I mean, that's paraphrasing it, but that America will basically one day be ruled by the court jester.
Ta-da! Well, I think it's weird because let's imagine, Eminem goes out and does a rap against Trump on BET, and people would see that and not have to do much research into his positions, and let's say Eminem ran for president. I guarantee you a lot of people would vote for him just because he said a couple of mean things about Trump, and because they like Eminem.
Oh, you mean a lot of people voted for Trump because he said mean things about the people that he didn't like, that they don't like.
And
I don't like CNN, and he says things about, because they don't say the things I believe.
He wants to ban the evil Muslims.
Yeah, right?
Well, they believe in a different God than me, so they the devil. The
best part is it's literally a different name for the same deity.
Yeah, and it's funny to me because Trump won despite the fact that never during his entire campaign did he ever lay out a specific policy position. Ever. He just threw out ideas.
Yeah, he's an idea guy. He's an idea guy.
And he spoke, and a lot of people think I'm being mean when I say this, but he spoke on the level that most of his constituents understood.
Third grade.
Well, yeah, like, I hate saying it, like, I hate, buying into the stereotype of all the stupid Southerners, but a lot of them aren't really all that involved in politics.
Everyone on this show is a Southerner.
Trust us, it's not a stereotype.
Yeah, and it's like, I think, like in West Virginia, for example, you talk to a lot of people off the street in West Virginia, they don't know a whole lot about politics, but they sure like to talk about it a lot. Trump seems to be like one of those guys that lives in a shack somewhere that just watches cable news all day and says, all my problems is because of those damn illegals. They're coming up here and they're taking the jobs.
The guys who sit in the shack...
that's why Trump won. He's a lot smarter than that.
Yeah, the guys who sit in the shack, that's like our kind of people. Trump is the guy who sits at Hardee's eating biscuits and gravy every morning.
No, see, you're still underestimating.
And just saying, you know what?
It's all
Where'd you go, Tom? He's like, you know what?
Well,
Trump had half the country dancing with every word he said.
For real?
I mean, you're underestimating this guy and calling him an idiot. He just won the presidency using Twitter.
You don't have to be smart to win the presidency. You just don't have to be Hillary Clinton.
For real? Oh my God, she's the Buffalo Bills of running for the presidency.
This guy was
Kasich wouldn't have beaten her.
Yeah. Oh, I can tell you right now, and this is coming from somebody that comes from his state. Kasich would have walloped Hillary in both the popular vote and the electoral vote. I can guarantee.
We'll have to agree to disagree on that.
Because people actually like
I've seen
Kasich.
Nothing in politics that suggests that's true.
I mean, let's not look back at the fact that during the primary, when they polled him against Hillary Clinton, he was winning over 400 electoral votes.
Yeah, are those the same polls that said Trump wouldn't win the primary?
No, they were the same ones that said he would win. The same ones that said he would win Pennsylvania and places like that. But anyway, to divert back what I was saying, I think that if we get more celebrities to run for president, this kind of not being informed thing and understanding, speaking on the level of the people that support you, I think we'll see more of that. And I think we're going to have even more disastrous presidents that don't know a damn thing about the job, but can just spew a few opinions and get elected that way. I don't think Trump knew a damn thing about being president before he got elected.
Well, that's basically they're voting for themselves then. And that's what Heinlein said would happen, is that people would eventually just vote for them. People want to vote for themselves, what they think is a richer or smarter version of themselves. And Trump is that for most of his voters. He is a richer version of themselves. He's just as dumb, just as bigoted, but he has the money, and they don't. They're poor and can barely pay their health insurance and feed their family at the same time. Trump is rich, so evidently he's smarter than they are, so let him do it, because he hates all the same people I do.
Yeah, and, I think Trump's celebrity status helped him a lot in that regard, because it's like you said, people would think, oh, he hates all the people I hate, but he has more money than me, so he can actually get things done, and he must be smart. If he can make a business rich, which he didn't, he can surely make the country rich, right?
Right, yeah, sure. Politicians will fix it. These are the same people that are like, I love small government. Hey, we have to elect a strong, hard-fisted leader to fix everything with the government. Which one is it, dude? Like, it can't be both.
I love small government, but I want to close the borders and send the military to bomb people everywhere in the world.
Tell you what you can do with your vagina and...
tell you what you can put in your body. Tell you what you can own.
Send billions of dollars to Israel. Send billions of dollars to Pakistan. Send billions of dollars to Egypt. Send billions of and they support this stuff.
Yeah, so they're not small government. They just they're small government when it comes to not taking their money or their guns. But when it comes,
they're pro big government as long as they're in control of the big government.
That's Republicans and Democrats all together. Whereas
they're not pro small government at all. They're pro-big government. Every major gun control piece of legislation that was ever passed was signed into law by a Republican president, and was with the exception of
the assault weapons ban in '94.
Yeah, and that's
before that. Ronald Reagan had banned full autos and had Nixon ended up putting more restrictions on guns. He made it so you couldn't mail order them anymore. Yeah. These are all Republicans that do this thing.
That's right.
Trump himself said in the year 2000, I don't think it's a good idea for people to have these assault rifles. But now he claims to be a card-carrying NRA member who's like, I think everybody should.
Oh, he probably
is. He could be a card-carrying NRA member and want
to. The NRA doesn't care about the Second Amendment.
No, they want to.
About money.
They're okay with you having to register your bullets. It's just so long as you're allowed to buy them.
Yeah, because it gives them money, because the gun manufacturers are in their pocket.
I dare 3D print anything, though.
Fear and fiat, brother. Fear and fiat. That's what makes the world go round. All right, Stephen, well, it's been nice having you on with us tonight.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Take care. We'll talk to you next time. All right, so we've moving right along. We've got another caller who has been waiting patiently on hold. We've got Jamil with us.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm good, Jamil. How you doing tonight, brother? You're on live on the Call to Freedom Live here on LRN.FM. You got about...
Brother, just wanted to congratulate you on the new show. Hold on, I can't get my...
We'll be right back after this from our sponsors.
All right.
In Survivor Max 2, School Bites, Max must scavenge through a wasteland swarming with the undead. Desperate to find the medicine he needs, he discovers a community of survivors at his former school. Has he finally found the safe haven he's been looking for, or will he discover that school bites? Look for Survivor Max on Facebook, read reviews on Amazon, and read Chapter 1 at SurvivorMax.com.
Why did you move to the Shire?
I moved here to the Shire because there's other people around who take liberty just as seriously as I do.
I moved to the Shire because I saw videos of people challenging authority and thought that I could get support myself. It called to me, like, do this, right now.
I wanted to be around people like me who got it, and once I got here, I knew there was nowhere else that I wanted to be.
I've always wanted to change the world, so I moved to the Shire to join people who were actually working towards doing the same thing.
The people here are awesome, loving, and positive. It was for the adventure and for the feeling of something important is happening here, and I just wanted to come to sort of be part of that.
Visit ShireSociety.com to read and sign the Shire Society Declaration and learn the reasons why, if you love liberty, you should immigrate to the Shire. Plus, add yourself to the Shire map at ShireSociety.com. That's ShireSociety.com.
Now that you've found the Liberty Radio Network at LRN.FM, you may want to help expose others to our great programs. To assist you in doing so, you'll find resources at promote.lrn.fm, including details on how to get a free bumper sticker, quarter-page flyers you can print out and distribute, banners for your website, as well as files that will allow you to make your own custom banners and graphics. Visit promote.lrn.fm and help bring new listeners to the Liberty Radio Network. That's promote.lrn.fm.
I love My Magic Mud. I drink a lot of coffee. I had stains on my teeth. Then I found My Magic Mud, and I was told it would remove stains. So I paid attention when I brushed the first time. My Magic Mud is black tooth powder, and the difference it made in my teeth in one application was noticeable. With 4, my teeth were as white as you normal folks out there. Please go to mymagicmud.com and buy a jar. There's 150 applications for $25. You can use Bitcoin, mymagicmud.com.
LRN.FM is proud to announce our official listening apps for Android and iOS devices. Now you can easily tune into our streams anywhere, anytime on your smartphone or tablet. Just visit apps.lrn.fm or search for LRN.FM in the Android or Apple app stores. Please download, rate us 5 stars, then share the link on your social media and let your friends and family know how you're listening to LRN.FM. Download it now, free, at apps.lrn.fm.
So the protection of life, liberty, and property is what the Free State Project is all about. But it's an effort to move 20,000 people who understand.
It's about demonstrating to the entire country
that, yeah, we can have a free market, a truly free market.
Making it just a freer, great place to live.
It's the world's largest voluntarist libertarian community, and it's only getting bigger.
That's amazing, to be able to move to a place where other people like passionately believe in being free and independent.
What the Free State Project is managing to do, though, is to put their money where their mouth is. It's physically getting up across the country and saying, let's go someplace and let's demonstrate the power of these ideas. There's a lot of kind of philosophy that surrounds liberty. There's a lot of thinking about it and talking about it. But here in New Hampshire, people are doing it.
101 Reasons Liberty Lives in New Hampshire, a documentary by Free State Project Early Movers. Watch it free at 101reasonsfilm.com. 101reasonsfilm.com.
If you enjoy LRN.FM, please contribute to your favorite shows via their websites and become an amplifier at amp.lrn.fm. That's amp.lrn.fm.
You're listening to The Call to Freedom on LRN.FM.
تستمتعون إلى برنامج نداء للحرية مباشرة على LRN.FM.
All right. Welcome back here to the final segment of this first live broadcast on prime time, the beginning of our new 5-day-a-week schedule here on the Call to Freedom, running from 4 to 7 p.m., your drive home from work before Free Talk Live, who, by the way, will be coming up right after we get off the air live on LRN, as well as 170-plus radio stations around the country. As soon as we get off the air, we are joined by another caller we've got with us tonight, Jamil. How you doing tonight, Jamil? You're on Free Talk. You're on Call to Freedom Live on LRN.FM.
I'm doing well, brother. I'm doing well. How you guys doing? Are you Tom and Aria? Just want to congratulate you. I just want to congratulate you on the show and being on weekly now. It's amazing to have you on 3 hours before Free Talk Live. It's just pretty rad.
Very cool, very cool. So what was your topic tonight, Jamil?
Well, I was just going to weigh in on the Oprah thing. It's just since that's the topic at hand, because I tuned in about that time.
What do you think? What do you think?
Well, it's not that I have that much opinion about Oprah specifically running. It's just this trend towards the idea that people kind of want, and I see two sides of it, but the idea that people want a leader, a demagogue, like that, it seems it doesn't seem foreign to American politics, but it's I don't like the trend towards more of that people want a leader, because we don't have a leader, we have a president. The president's the leader of the head of the government, the chief executive of the government. But I mean, people want a leader, someone to lead them, like a leader, a Führer. That's literally what that means, As
the head of the military, technically he's a warlord at this point. So America has a warlord.
Yeah, I don't want to be led. Yeah.
I mean, I hear what you're saying. Just keep in mind, people wanted George Washington basically to be a demagogue, and the reason we have, Mr. President instead of Your Excellency or a king is because he was like, no, I don't want to be a demagogue. And basically the reason we didn't have a demagogue after that was that the next 10 or 11 guys, everybody was like, you suck, you're no George Washington. So really, it's always been the case that famous people have run for president. What's different now is that people get famous for much stupider things. George Washington became famous for being the leader of the Continental Army. John Adams was, one of the leaders of the Revolution. Thomas Jefferson, James Madison, same thing. And we've just gone on down the line where, we had a Western actor, and then the Western actor's vice president, and then a saxophone player, and a cokehead, and a guy who gave a single speech, and now we have a TV celebrity. So the next logical step, I guess, is more TV celebrities from progressively worse shows. depending on how you view The Apprentice as versus Oprah's show / network.
/ media empire / yeah.
I would put any talk show above a reality show at least. So there's that.
What is the exact difference anyway? I guess the difference is that talk shows don't usually get prizes.
Well, talk shows talk about reality, whereas reality shows
we're a talk show.
Are supposed to represent reality.
I'm offended by that.
Somewhat.
Speaking of dumb celebrities, let's not forget that Oprah, in addition to being a dumb celebrity, has birthed us two of the dumbest dumb celebrities, Dr. Phil and Dr. Oz.
Oh, wait, who's the other one, though? There's the other one, her friend.
Dr. Oz.
No, the friend. Her friend has a TV show of her own, too.
She has friends?
She's got, like, that friend that comes on the show with her all the time, and they're like...
I know who you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about, right, Jamil?
Yeah, I forgot who she is.
Wendy or Wally or Whitney or something. She's got her own show now,
Wendy
too.
Something or other, yeah. The really, really skinny woman. Is that it?
No.
Some woman.
This is like a heavier set black lady. Right? She looks kind of like a drag. She looks like she should have been a drag queen, but she's not. You know, like she's built like a linebacker. She's got like big hands. Come on, I know you know what I'm talking about. Because the first time I thought she was a transvestite.
I think you're just fantasizing at this point.
I thought she was like the first transgender television show host, and then I found out she really was a woman.
We're still working on that with Arya. She needs to be the first one.
Well, I don't know. I think she's the first.
They would never let me have a television show.
There's that other one. There. She was the one that was, or I don't know. This may be an urban myth, but there's supposed to be the one that was on Boy Meets World. She was like the goofy little kid, and now she's like a world famous.
Topanga?
No, not Topanga. Oh my God, it was a boy with glasses, the goofy one.
Oh, Mingus.
Mingus, yeah, grew up to be like a really well-known, popular transgendered actress. Or radio show, podcast or host or something like that.
Interesting.
Yeah. Ooh, I hear the kitty.
Yeah, she got right in my face to do that.
She wanted to make sure everybody knew that you were scratching your cat while you were on the air.
And
no, I was ignoring her. That's why she did it.
No, Minkus,
well, you guys should
Minkus is still a guy.
That'd be very
Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh.
Professional.
We are so professional on the air, can't you tell?
I'm just
why they gave us 5 days
upstairs.
a week live. Actually, I don't know why. I have no idea why anybody was crazy enough to give us this much access to live radio waves, but you know.
It worked.
Right?
The hour that I've heard so far.
So what else are your thoughts, Jamil, about this whole Oprah thing? Are you down with Oprah 2020 or?
Let me throw this one at you, Jamil. Trump versus Oprah versus The Rock.
No,
Who
man.
Are you voting for?
The Rock.
Who are you voting for?
No, The Rock and Oprah together.
In the election or in the ring?
In the election or in the ring?
The Rock and Trump have thrown down before. I don't know about Oprah.
Well, I don't know.
No, The Rock was gone.
Does Oprah get to use?
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Does Oprah get to use Stanford as a weapon? Like, can she pick him up and hit you with Stanford? Because I don't know. If she can pick Stanford up and hit you at Stanford, I think she might be able to take The Rock. As long as he doesn't have a weapon.
I think The Rock would win the election. No lie. Like in all seriousness, I don't know.
I think we would find out how sexist America really is.
Oh, The Rock, yeah, because the first thing The Rock would do if you put him in a debate with Oprah, would he get up there and ask her what her favorite flavor of pie was? And for those of you who don't know...
Leave it to Tom to bust out the vague the vague wrestling references.
Well, pie was The Rock's euphemism for female anatomy back during the time when they would talk about that on wrestling television.
You can't get away with that anymore. The feminists lose their mind.
No, I actually watched a promo earlier of The Rock, and the whole thing was him asking a female interviewer if she wanted a piece of The Rock's strudel. 7.5 minutes of that.
7 minutes of The Rock asking if a girl wants a chunk of strudel. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't think he's going to get the Democrat nomination after that.
Visibly tugging at his shorts every
He'd
time
get
he
the
said
Republican
word
one, though.
Touche. Maybe that's who the GOP is going to pick up to run against Trump. And I mean, at least instead of talking about grabbing women by the crotch, he's grabbing his own.
Exactly. Plus, the thing about The Rock is that everybody thinks he's the same color as they are.
Like Tiger Woods, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Except Tiger Woods.
Except everybody likes The Rock.
Right. Nobody likes Tiger Woods anymore. You can only get caught sleeping around on your old lady so many times.
Yeah, and then you add in the whole high on pills and crashes his own, vehicle, and his wife beats him with his own golf club. Oh, look, the show's over.
Right? All right, well, thanks for calling in tonight, Jamil. We will be back tomorrow night, same time, 4 to 7 p.m. Listen in. Call to Freedom, LRN.FM. We'll have 2 more free cryptocurrency giveaways tomorrow. We'll have... we're going to have Ben Topper from BitPlus Networks coming in to tell us about his merchant services and their new point-of-sale system. So join in tomorrow on TuneIn, doing it on LRN.FM. Here, Call to Freedom, 4 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. We'll see you then.
If you're David, a few well-chosen words can help level the playing field with Goliath. I'm Holland Cook from SurvivalSpeech.com. Recently, I saw a Yellow Pages ad for an appliance repair company, and the headline read, "Why wait for Sears?" If you're going to the Yellow Pages, the Dead Sea Scrolls of advertising, you're ready to buy right now. So this is an attention-grabbing message. And how about the plumber whose radio ad says, "Call by noon Thursday, and we'll be there Saturday at no extra cost"? Smart guy. Most plumbing firms give their crew the weekend off. This one gives them Sunday and Monday off. In the words of a respected advertising executive, cut to the chase, make it quick, and tell me exactly what you can do for me, especially if you're looking for work. For more tips on critical communication skills for the way things are now, hit survivalspeech.com. I'm Holland Cook.
There are lots of ways to listen to Free Talk Live. Our podcast has been around since podcasts began, and now the FTL feed is loaded with content besides our full show archives. Did you know that we make it easy for you to customize your podcast subscriptions? We have different feeds, one that includes only our full shows, one with just the Daily Digest, and one with just the Edgington Post. You decide what you listen to. It's quick and easy to customize your feeds at feeds.freetalklive.com. That's feeds.freetalklive.com. Ross Ulbricht was convicted in early 2015 of running the infamous Silk Road Underground Market. The Silk Road was a gift to humanity and helped reduce the harms brought on by drug prohibition. For this good deed, Ross has been sentenced to life in prison with no possibility of parole. Now, an appeal is Ross's only chance, and he needs your support. Please visit freeross.org, where you can contribute via various methods, including Bitcoin. Visit freeross.org. That's freeross.org.
You're 6 minutes away from a live episode of Free Talk Live, brought to you by freekeen.com. Listen live at freetalklive.com.
From Keene in the Shire.